White Jesus is my favorite Jesus.
There's
never been a better Jesus, in my opinion.
Blonde hair, blue eyes on the desert.
Like, not to sound racist, but I don't want chocolate Jesus.
Black Jesus is great.
I want dark Jesus. No, wait, I lied. I want light Jesus. That's the Jesus I want. You know why?
Light skin Jesus?
Yeah.
Like a caramel macchiato? Like, real soft?
Yeah.
Like Tyga is just Jesus? Oh my god. Why? Why do you want?
I don't have a reason for that.
Okay.
I was trying to find somewhere to go with that, but I got nothing. It just sounded funny. Like lighter skin Jesus.
Almost white, but just tan enough to be ambiguous. Like Prince kind of, you know.
He's definitely a minority.
Yeah, for sure. Then just throw anyone up there.
I want my Jesus to be a minority. White enough to be accepted by the racist people, but still obviously a minority, just to piss him off a little bit.
Yeah. And, you know, it makes other people feel good about him being representative of where he actually came from.
Yeah.
Egyptians are light-skinned, right? I feel like they're like a little more...
I think they were like Mexican colored.
Can you get a real dark Egyptian?
Yeah. It's the Middle East, of course. There were black people all over.
Well, I mean, like
darker
like
people.
Egyptian, are you more like Saudi
Well, look at people.
Or are you more like African colored?
Well, they're lighter, I think.
Okay.
They're like they're more of a lighter tone. Yeah. But they get pretty dark though. They don't get like black, dark, but they get pretty dark. Like people from the Middle East are pretty dark.
Yeah.
Especially if they're like out in the sun a lot.
Yeah.
Like my neighbor used to be, his name was Sam. He was from the Middle East, and he wasn't super dark because he was inside a lot.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm going off of the only Egypt information I know, which is the Disney hit classic.
Have you ever met an Egyptian?
No.
I met one
I've
at
just
boot camp.
seen one in the animated movie about Moses.
Wow. Oh my god. My experience is Disney. Super racist Walt Disney.
Yes.
He was kind of accurate with like the skin tones.
Yeah.
He wasn't wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was pretty accurate. I don't want to say he, but Disney movies were pretty accurate with that.
No, the man himself was not very accurate at all in his beliefs.
In his beliefs, certainly not. He wasn't.
I don't want to get haunted by the ghost of Walt Disney. That'd be.
I didn't really know him. It's not like we knew him though. He was definitely closet racist.
Oh my god!
And it was like
as closeted as you could be back then.
As closet as racist as you could be and still be in the closet. But let me tell you, it was busting at the seams.
He's like, man, this business is a blessing, but a curse because I can't just be out there and be like, F you. Like, I can't get in an ethnic minority's face.
Look, the walls were creaking with racism. The walls would just.
The South really fucking.
The walls would whisper to him at night.
Man. Yeah.
And he would just get furious and be like,
"We gotta make a movie.
We need a formation march in this movie now."
We need a black slave telling stories about something called a tar baby. Now you can do whatever you want with that, but we gotta even this shit out.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's like my mom's favorite Disney movie too.
What?
Song of the South.
I don't know that one.
It's like
I've probably seen it. I've seen
live action and animated at the same time.
Interesting.
It's like Brer Rabbit, but the whole premise is like an old slave named Uncle Tom or something.
That's racist.
It's like flat out like Uncle Remus.
Uncle Remus.
Close.
Dude, you know what show is? I used to watch it all the time. I would still watch it. It was a good show. You probably watched it too.
What?
MASH?
Yeah.
Super racist.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, that was a real racist show. You know why? The one black person in that whole show. You know what his name was?
You didn't tell me.
It's the most racist shit without like dropping a bomb. Spear Chucker Jones.
What? Yeah, they didn't drop a bomb. They dropped the whole fucking dude.
That's the most racist show.
Oh man, yeah, that's rough. Spear Chucker Jones.
And it's the only black guy in the whole show.
I'd be mad every day. I'm going to
It's funny how that was about a Vietnam medical camp.
Yeah.
In Vietnam.
Yeah. They really tackled like a lot of depression.
And it wasn't violent at all either. Like it was not a violent show.
I don't know. They were
like compared to how the Vietnam War actually went. You've seen that picture of the kid with like her face melted off from the napalm. I saw that in like 8th grade.
Vietnam was rough, dude.
And that show was super cheeky.
Surprisingly, also super racist war too. Like a lot of blacks on the front lines, not a lot of whites.
Well, it was like that with every war.
It sucks.
Here's the thing. It's like that today, too, but it's not racist because,
Racist.
well, they're not racist. The military isn't.
I feel like if you know every time you go in the jungle, Charlie fucks you up, and then you send all the Negro units, quote unquote.
Yeah.
No,
I know what you mean. No, I know what you mean. No, I know what you're saying.
Big Stank said Negro units.
Yeah, but that's Spanish for black, so it's not racist. That's like it's the same. It's the same if you call them black.
Yeah.
It's not racist.
Yeah. I'm just being Spanish for that part of my sentence.
Now you're being racist. Now you're being racist against Spanish people.
But
How dare you? How dare you culturally appropriate that phrase?
They would send them out first, and then when they would,
that was true.
There's some rough stories. I only know because there's.
Well, they had. I think. Didn't they still have all black units in the Vietnam War?
Yes.
I don't know if that's true.
The Vietnam War is that halfway through it, Martin Luther King got assassinated.
Well, there was a lot of problems with that war. It was a stupid war. That was a war we should not have even been in.
Yes, I agree 100%. Yeah. But in the middle of that war, it divided our troops because MLK got shot. And
Muhammad Ali refused to go. Got arrested.
On the radio,
his name wasn't Muhammad Ali then yet, was it? It was
He became Muhammad Ali, and then everyone's like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm not gonna go to Vietnam." And they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And
that's right.
Yeah.
And he was right though.
Yeah.
And he was right.
Yeah, he shouldn't have had his.
He was correct.
There's freedom of religion, but not if you're black, I guess. With a weird name.
Also, different religion too.
Yeah.
Not a very accepted religion in this country. What do you mean you're not Catholic or Christian? Burn him!
Basically.
Yeah.
That's rough too. We missed, apparently, like the.
It's good that he was famous. Imagine if he wasn't famous. They'd be like, you're going directly to the front.
Yeah, and that's what they were scared of. Was he was so famous, and he was a boxer. They expected him to be on the line with the war. Mm-hmm. He was like, no.
He's like, no. Well, he knew what it really was. Bunch of bullshit. The war. He knew what the war was. He's like, no, I'm not going over there. We shouldn't be there. What did he say? I'm not going over there to fight a man. What did he ever do to me?
Yeah.
What did he say? Vietnamese man ever do to me? Or what did Vietnam? Something like that.
He said.
I butchered that.
He said he doesn't believe in the U.S. sending brown people to go fight brown people. He's not going to be one of them. He's like, they never did anything to me.
Yeah, that was his famous quote. He's like, what did they never did anything wrong to me. Yeah. He's like, he's totally right. It was like, why the fuck are we even over there? We shouldn't be fighting this war.
And then we lost.
Yeah, that was like the first war we lost.
And it went from war to conflict. It was a conflict. It wasn't a war.
How do you think Vietnam's doing now?
I'm sure just fine on their own.
I've never heard it. Yeah, like nobody talks about Vietnam today. It's all Vietnam War. Well, what about Vietnam today?
I would hope they're doing.
There should be a meme for that.
They're probably the same as they were, just people living and chilling, like.
Making
rice
patties. Yeah.
I guess.
That's not racist if they actually do it.
I know minefields are still a huge problem over there, though. So many mines were placed that kids are just chilling in the woods and blow up.
I can't remember a country. I think it's in Africa, but there's a country that has the most landmines ever, and people still get blown up every year.
Africa's crazy war-wise. Like there's always infighting. Tribes are going at each other.
West Africa's bad. West Africa's bad.
I would go. I'd watch from a distance.
We still send troops over there all the time. Tim Kennedy is like going over there.
Imagine joining the army and then they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna go to Africa to help protect a village."
There's actually a bunch of warlords right now.
Yeah, drug warlords. They be killing people, chopping off their ears,
starving them, eating all the food,
eating them,
hogging all the food. That's rough.
I think there's this dude on.
How big is Africa, though?
Huge.
It's huge. People forget it's a continent. Everyone's like, country of Africa. Well, it's got 100 countries in it.
I think it's like the size of us and Mexico combined.
That's more than that.
Top to bottom.
You could fit, I think it's the same size as all of North America.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. And it's like most
I think it's bigger. I think it's bigger than North America.
I watched this dude on Joe Rogan talk about how he got lost for like 3 days and he was only like 20 feet from the...
Oh, you're talking about
some Vice guy who wanted to find a dinosaur or some shit.
Yeah, no, it was the sloth. I know you're talking about Cho. Yeah. Yeah, with the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the awesome. That shirt was badass. I can't remember his name. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That's what scares me.
That guy had a crazy life. That guy's had a crazy life.
Yeah. He almost died in Africa.
And almost killed the guy. He's like, you are killing me. Because he ate all the food.
I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, I would. I'd cannibalize.
Yeah, but meanwhile, you're literally a football field away from the exit.
Oh, have you seen? That's like the Swiss Army Man. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Swiss Army Man. He's like not. He's not far away at all.
No.
He gets there in like a day, and he's just insane. That'd be me. Like, this body's my friend. It's like, but it's not. It's not a cool dead body. It's a rotting corpse, and I'm like.
That gets. Isn't his boners or some shit?
He had a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah. He was like trying to bring it back to life.
He was like surfing with his farts.
Some Harry Potter shit.
Wind sailing. Dude, what if that's a Harry Potter spinoff into modern times?
I fucking love that.
Like some spell was cast on him and he's like immortal and he just forgot.
And he's just a zombie.
He's eternally young.
Can't move.
Yeah. And he's like, that's why his memories are all fucked up. He couldn't remember anything. He was just trapped in his body. Someone cast a curse on him and he was stuck in his own dead body. But he could still, I don't know. That's a good segue into the episode. Boom. There we go.
We did it.
This episode is on curses.
I'm excited. I know, because I know you got some
good coffee. Shit. Well, you walked in on me reading the Bible.
You got some weird shit, son.
You know what's crazy? The Bible has 1 million curses in it. 1 million different curses in the Bible. People are just casting bad omens on each other left and right. It is not.
I guess that makes sense, huh? Religious texts.
Oh, especially the Old Testament. You ever read the Old Testament?
Yeah, that shit's
weird.
Holy. That shit's weird.
Fuck. That is violent.
Yeah. I think what stands out the most to me, Old Testament-wise, is David's story about how he wanted this bitch, so he sent her husband out to die and, like, stole her.
That sounds like a
curse. God cursed them, and their baby died or some shit.
That makes sense.
Yeah, her name was Bathsheba. Some thick-ass honey dip, dude. Yeah. David was like, I gotta have it.
It's like, listen, hey, go over there. I got this. Okay, listen, you're gonna do good. You're gonna do just fine.
He had 700 whores and like 300 wives already.
What a pimp.
And God was fine with it.
What a pimp. Yeah, I love that. God's like, God is so nitpicky. Like, don't ever talk to me about picking and choosing what I do in my life. Yeah. You ever read the Bible?
So 1,000 was fine, but when we get to her, it's not cool.
Yeah. I like, good example is Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
Because they both brought like a sacrificial harvest, and God was like, yours isn't good enough. Fuck you. He's like, I did my best.
Wasn't it the vegetables?
I did my best. He's like, you brought me plants.
You brought me plants, and none of them are weed. Like, I'm not happy with this.
You fucking loser. He's like, it took 8 months to grow this harvest. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Because at the end of the day, meat's better, bro. It's better. I hate vegetables.
I like it when my food tries to run. God likes his sacrifices to drip.
Yeah, including children, apparently.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. Almost. Including just kidding.
An inch away.
Ha, gotcha. I just wanted to make sure.
They gotta get a good angle on it, because
I'm just gonna start.
A couple seconds later.
I'm gonna start dosing you with like acid, sneaking it in there, and I'm like gonna pretend I'm God, and I'm gonna get you to almost sacrifice your kid, and I'm gonna come out and be like, no. I just wanted to make sure.
I've just been psychologically.
God was like, wall JK.
I was joking, bro.
Listen.
You made me walk up a fucking mountain with this kid, bro. Like, I'd be mad. Why do you want me to believe in you? You're doing dick shit. It's just a prank, bro. That would ruin my fucking day.
That was a good kid, too.
Yeah.
This kid was a good kid.
Just chilling with his dad on a mountain, like, yo, sick knife, Dad. What are we doing? What's going on?
Why are you tying my hands up, Dad? Why are you sharpening the knife, Dad?
Kratos was a better dad, honestly.
Oh my god. Boy.
Yeah.
Was he though?
Atreus?
Kratos.
Oh, Kratos? Yeah.
Mass murderer.
Yeah, but better dad.
Better dad?
He was a horrible, horrible murderer. Better dad to Atreus than...
I don't think he was I don't know. Because after... Who was it that didn't kill the son? I don't remember.
Job, I think?
No,
Job just got a ton of shit happen to him on purpose out of a bet.
No, but he was a good father. Like after that, after he almost chopped his head off.
I fucking hope so.
he almost cut him open like a goat.
That's a great threat though. For whenever that kid's acting, I'd be like, hey, remember that one time? Yeah. It'll happen.
Hey, you want me to finish what God started?
I will take
Fuck around and find out, kid.
I will take you out to the rock, bro.
Hey, do we need to go up the mountain again? You behave. Hey, stop screaming in the supermarket.
Yeah, it's like the whole, do I need to pull this car over? But it's like, do we need to visit the mountain?
Do I need to pull this knife out? Pull a shiv out on my kid in the car. I'm at the beach and I'm like tying my kid up at a public beach. People are watching me, the kid's screaming. I'm like, behave! And I got a knife on him.
No one would call the cops, though.
Yeah, totally not.
You're fine, because you're not.
I'll just tell them that they're next.
Yeah. You're next. You call the fucking cops.
Hey, mind your own business. Unless you want to take his place.
You can stop this. You can end this. Just jump in, sir.
My kid was 12 when he first said, I hate my life.
He does this all the time.
Yeah, you ever watch movie 43?
I think so. Was it like a...
That's what all the different bits. Remember Hugh Jackman had the nuts on his neck?
Yes.
Oh my god. That is one of the best scenes.
Hugh Jackman with nuts on his neck.
Anywhere. And nobody says, like, everyone knows it and is cool with it,
yeah.
except his date. He's like, get in for the picture. And he's like, got his arm around her, he's leaning into her, and she's like, she's trying to shy away from the balls or like touching her face, and she's like, I can't do it.
I can't do it.
It gets cold and the nuts shrink up into his neck, and he's like, kind of cold in here. Looking up, he's like, hey Jerry, can you turn the heat up a little bit? And he's like, that's better, and the nuts come back down. Oh my god, I love that scene.
Movie magic, baby.
That is so funny. Patriarchy.
The patriarchy.
Patriarchy.
That thing that exists for sure, dude.
Patriarchy. Do you believe in the patriarchy? I'm gonna get you canceled. I'm gonna get you so canceled.
I believe that there is a obviously higher amount of men in positions of power. Do I think they're actively working to hold down women? No, I don't. I think women are just viewed differently than men, and that sucks a little bit.
Well, you know what the consensus is as to why that is, though, right? Because women choose to do other things.
Yeah, I would assume. Yeah, like if a woman wants to be a CEO and she works hard enough, she could do it.
CEO of.
Whatever the fuck she wants to do. What is
No, car insurance. Car insurance.
Yeah.
No. What?
Flo? Progressive?
Yes. Yeah. Progressive. CEO of Progressive is a woman.
Is it Flo?
No. Fuck no. No, she's just an actress. You know, she's I think she's one of the highest paid actresses. I'm sure because of those commercials. She's balling out. She's rich.
I'm sure there's like a lot of pornographic fan art of her too. I'm positive.
There's a little bit.
You could probably
I mean, okay, bad. I say a little bit compared to how much other porn is. There's a bit.
Yeah, like compared to My Little Pony, it's probably like minuscule.
Oh, it's weird that there's way more My Little Pony porn than
Flo. Progressive.
This conversation got weird.
But now we need to merge the two. Flo as a
Flo riding a pony.
Getting banged by Shrek.
If you know what I mean. Riding a pony.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. Flo, I'm sorry. I don't want to.
I'm not sorry. Fuck Flo. That bitch. She's not around.
She's kind of milfy though.
A little bit.
Who's your favorite animated mom? Hot mom. Don't say Miss Incredible. That's everyone's.
You know, I have an answer, but I just can't think of it right now. There's like...
The mom from Dexter's Laboratory, bro.
See, I was thinking that, but that's not really. That was never...
Thickness. It's not even right. They drew her with a fat ass.
Oh, I know.
It's rude.
It's nice. I think it's very complimentary.
Got them gloves on, flop, flop. You know what
very complimentary to women.
It's true.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I like moms. They always got bigger butts.
I can't believe that people ever liked skinny. Like too skinny. Like normal skinny's fine. Like normal body is normal body.
Because the 90s was like super Vogue and chic. And model body and shit. So
yeah, model body is like a CrossFit girl to me. I was never into skinny chicks.
Me either. I mean, Stevie... what's
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, Stevie Wonder was like... Stevie Wonder...
Stevie Wonder's a dude.
Yeah, he's like a huge dude, right?
No, he's the blind guy.
Yeah, but he's fat.
Oh, wait. Is that Stevie Wonder?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
The blind guy. Are we just making shit up? This is the beauty of...
I was going to say Stevie Nicks. It was like
it's Stevie Nicks,
super skinny.
She wasn't. She was hot. She was like normal. She was like normal skinny. Was she? I don't know. I just remember seeing her cleavage.
Maybe we have different...
I'm remembering the cleavage. Why don't we just look it up?
The chick from Alien, Sigourney Weaver. She was
Oh, no. I'd never attracted to her.
Me either. But, no. In the third Alien...
Dude, she had zero ass.
Stevie Nicks?
No, not Stevie Nicks. See, she was cutie.
Yeah, but she was still skinny. You know?
I should probably... Stevie Nicks' body.
Yeah,
boom.
obviously. We gotta
body. Oh, that's Photoshop. But that's nice.
Oh, that's Photoshop.
That's clearly... Someone Photoshopped...
Someone made this bitch huge.
Someone Photoshopped her. She looks like the Michelin Man's wife. Oh my god, she's...
That fupa's huge.
No, not that. See? That's nice. See, but that's normal.
You think that's cocaine induced?
I don't think it's cocaine induced, but I think cocaine is a factor of why she doesn't look like the one on the right.
Yeah, that's the cure.
Nah, she looked good back in the day, though. See? She's a cutie.
So
that's like
not
normal.
Too skinny.
No,
Okay.
no. Model skinny is too skinny.
Well, so Miley Cyrus, she's pretty fucking skinny. Would that be what you consider?
That's borderline. That's pushing it for me, yeah.
I couldn't do it. No thanks.
I could.
Can't do it.
That's pushing it. That's pushing the limits.
And the whole twerking in the skin tone rubber thing makes her butt look like a chicken. That ruined a lot of it for me.
See, this is what's nice. CrossFit chicks.
CrossFit chicks.
You're into that?
You're into your girl looking like Cyborg from Teen Titans. Just fucking strapped.
Not that big. See, that's pushing it the other way. See, that's nice right there. That's nice.
Dude, I'd be terrified.
They gotta have a caboose.
No doubt that's hot, but I would be scared.
That's nice. They gotta have a caboose.
Well, yeah, that CrossFit booty.
Yeah. As long as they're not... See, that's too much.
Oh, Jesus.
That looked like me in high school.
You're not dating her. She's dating you, bro. Like, at that point.
Look, I ask her for permission.
Yeah, for real.
For stuff.
You make her dinner, bro.
See, that's...
Damn.
That's...
Just imagine.
Borderline. And look at this fat fuck next to her.
Yeah, right.
She's like, do you run? Shave your beard. Give it to me.
Yeah, give it. I deserve it more.
She does deserve it more than this guy. This guy's a fucking pleb. Look at this guy. Look at this Joe Schmo with his shirt off and his muffin top, and
I will agree with that.
She stole his abs.
I know I don't look good, so I don't take my fucking shirt off. I'm not trying to ruin anybody else's day, you know?
Oh, come on. Girls love the dad bod.
That's true.
Girls are into it.
I will
dad
say
bod
that
is in.
I've picked up a lot more.
Listen, if you just show off the dad bod, this is what you'd be taking home. Chicks like this.
Yeah.
You'd be taking home the honeys with the dad bod.
Tori's got that low V thing.
Yeah. Oh, the little...
Yeah, like, so she's got,
swimmer,
like,
I
the
call those
cesarean section pooch.
Yeah.
And then, like, she's cut up everywhere else, so
yeah.
it's nice. She's just not, like, brick hard. She's, like, soft.
Yeah. See, that's nice.
Yeah,
that's like ideal.
That's nice.
That's ideal. Not... I don't want a girl that looks like my shoulders. Jesus Christ. That's a man.
Dude, you know what's funny as fuck? All of Brock Lesnar's sons look like his hot ass wife.
Really?
His one daughter
His wife
looks
is
like
jacked.
His wife is jacked, but she's good looking.
Yeah.
But the one daughter they had looks like Brock, and I bet that's got to be disappointing. Why? Because you're like,
I wouldn't be disappointed. I'd be like, hey, no one could ever take advantage of her because they're scared. They're afraid that she'll eat them.
Yeah, if they're not scared of him.
Yeah, if you already weren't afraid of Brock, his name is Brock. There's only two people I know that are named Brock, and one of them used to lead a Pokemon gym.
I was about to say, I only know one from Pokemon.
The other one was a UFC fighter. Squinty eyes up until Nurse Joy shits up.
Yeah.
He's like, looks like me.
Nurse Joy's hot.
Nurse Joy's big.
hot.
Nurse Joy is definitely on upper in the list.
With her hair.
I don't give a fuck about those. Oh, Katara from Avatar. When she's
hot.
Yeah, like later in the show when she's wearing Fire Nation stuff.
And she's jacked in that too. She got like a 6-pack and shit.
She's nice. Nice.
She's nice.
As if I was in there,
she's got fucking power.
if I was in that show, and she comes up when she first has the Fire Nation stuff on, she looks hot. Yeah. I look over at Aang and I'd be like, nice. Nice. He'd be like, yeah. Nice.
All right, brother.
Let's get into this shit. Let's fucking start this show, dude. Let's start this show.
Tell me about curses.
Got a bunch of bullshit. Hold on, let me play the intro here, which actually you won't be able to hear yet.
That's fine.
My bad.
Alex Jones, I like that folder.
It's a funny folder. Oh, you know what? I gotta find actually where I put it. Oh wait, you know what? It's in a different folder.
It's in the folder. shoot anything cool with your bow and arrow yet?
Not yet. Let me. You dig it?
Hell yeah. Excellent tunes.
I like it.
Very snazzy.
I made sure people liked it before I went with it, because I liked it, but
It's
I'm
like-
also a weirdo, so...
It's like a country Sherlock Holmes.
I wanted it to sound a little... I wanted it to sound a little kind of creepy, a little off-kilter.
Yeah. You did it.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I dig it. It's good.
Everything you do is
It's a
perfect.
mood setter. No, what
Oh,
is
look
that?
at you blushing.
Barely. Nothing I do is perfect.
You're perfectly imperfect. That's the catchphrase.
I make sure to go out of my way to be disgusting sometimes.
Well, yeah. Tactical reasons?
No.
What do they call it? You know?
I think I would say practical reasons.
They call it in Jersey Shore, whenever there's like an ugly chick, they'll bring over like two hot chicks and one ugly chick, they'll call her the grenade. And then the person they send to, they'll be like, you gotta defuse the grenade.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what that has to do with it.
Speaking of Jersey Shore, what's this episode about?
Curses.
Yeah, there you go. See, segues right into it. It's perfect. Like we just said.
Are you saying that Jersey Shore is a curse?
Yes. I want all Italians.
Pauly Shore is a curse.
If someone who looked like Pauly Shore came with me, you'd be like, you pissed off a demon, you pissed off a ghost.
Who was that? Wasn't that Pauly that did the roast and wasn't funny?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Didn't get a laugh.
Yeah,
and
my
then
hair
Anthony
was
Jeselnik. What roast was that? Donald Trump?
I hope not.
I don't think it was. No, it wasn't
It
Trump.
would suck
Maybe it
to-
was Bieber.
Or
It was one of those.
Would Snoop Dogg be roasted by Pauly Shore?
Nobody would be roasted by
Not Pauly
Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
Pauly Shore is not funny.
I love Pauly Shore.
You can love him, and it doesn't make him funny.
Biodome? Are you kidding me?
What is that?
Biodome was one of the best movies Pauly Shore's ever been in.
No, the
Talking
Jersey
about
Shore guy.
Pauly from Jersey Shore.
Yeah, isn't it Pauly Shore?
It's like Pauly D or something.
I thought his last name was Shore.
No.
Well, all right. So not to confuse anybody, we're talking about two different Paulys. I'm talking about Jersey Shore Pauly.
Yeah, DJ Pauly D, bro.
Yeah, right. He was the one that was on the roast.
Yeah.
Yeah, not funny.
Not funny, but Pauly
Zero
Shore,
laughs.
hysterical.
Very funny.
He was in Encino Man.
Biodome was a great movie. It was a funny movie.
Yeah.
He's just trying to do yoga, or the chick is like all about yoga, trying to get the D. He's like, ooh, ooh. Yes, I love yoga, and you.
Well, his best performance was in the Goofy movie, obviously.
He's in Goofy movie?
Yeah, he was.
Wait, which one? The original Goofy movie?
The one where Max.
Like
goes
the
to college.
animated one? Oh,
Yeah.
no way. Who was he in
He
that?
was the guy who was the fucking.
The
hippie
douche?
who's like
Oh, the...
leaning
Tower cheese, bro.
Yeah.
And he goes Sasha Grey on the Leaning Tower of Cheese up.
Sasha Grey. Yeah.
Sasha Grey, throwback. Awesome.
Excellent.
Excellent. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Big fan.
If you're my grandmother, please don't look her up.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't do it!
Yeah, you'll find shit, Grandma Bird.
Shh. Don't say it.
Oh, my bad.
Don't tell her to look. Don't tell her to look it. Just
It'll
don't
be
look.
like a Goonies adventure.
Although, Grandpa, look at it.
Yeah,
You'll appreciate it.
we support you doing that.
My dad's listening, and he's like, yep, agree.
Yeah.
Solid work.
Mm-hmm.
Solid body of work.
She just put a lot of work in with the bod, that's for sure.
She does.
She's cut out.
She puts a lot of work in with other bodies, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dicks. Dicks in the mouth.
Big old.
Big old dicks. Big old dicks. Fuck. Oh.
The curse of this fucking episode.
The curse of this conversation. Bullshit. We just talk about random shit.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I'm gonna. Steer us over. Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's get into this shit. What are we talking about?
Curses. And that's what
Curses!
I came prepared with just like cool facts about a curse that I like.
Well, all right. Oh, this is actually a good time to explain. So, the idea that I had, because I've always been, you know this. We've known, how long have we known each other for a long time?
Yep, since I was 16, almost 10 years.
God damn, it's been that long already?
Yeah, you're old as fuck, dude.
I'm not old.
You're showing it.
You're only a couple years younger than me.
Yeah, but I've got the body of a dancer, and you, sir, have clearly
I've got the body of a climber. You're a dancer, I'm a climber.
Yeah.
You've got the body of Chris Farley.
Yes, I fucking do.
But you're funny too.
Yeah.
You've got the sense of humor
of Chris
Farley.
You've got to be funny.
That's
the
true.
curse of being fat.
I think the curse of being fat is just being
diabetes.
Fat.
Type 2. That's the curse.
curse of being fat is type 2.
Yeah, I don't have it though.
Potentially 3.
I'm healthy enough, I'm clean.
I think you've made your way to type 4.
Yeah. Where it just doesn't affect you at all. Your body's just
you live in symbiosis.
My diabetes.
you've got a symbiote living in you. I like his shirt.
Thank you.
I like that shirt. That's fitting. What's it say on the side? What's it sleeve?
It says, "Guess who?"
Guess it. Oh, that's good.
So creepy.
So his shirt is a kid. It's baby Hitler walking with death covering his eyes.
Yeah.
Like Death the Reaper, the skeleton in a black hood with a scythe
You
covering his eyes, and he's like, "Guess who?"
Yeah, guess who?
It's not actually baby Hitler. I just thought that was funny.
It's like toddler Hitler.
I thought
5-year-old, 6-year-old.
I didn't want to think of a regular kid dying, so I turned it into baby Hitler. Johnny down the street.
Yeah.
Little Timmy.
Little Billy Bobby.
Guess who?
Oh, that's gotta suck, dude.
What?
Like.
Death.
Yeah, but like, just like a kid, like.
A
I don't
kid dying?
think there's anything ever good about like a 6-year-old getting hit by a car.
Unless.
What's the age you hit where getting hit by a car isn't scary?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Unless you're the Antichrist. See?
Well, that depends.
We lead right into it.
What is the Antichrist? What does that mean, even?
Well, according to
the movie, biblical texts.
The movie The Omen, the Antichrist.
Listen, what did that kid really do that's bad, though, in that movie?
He caused, like, a ton of bad shit to happen.
What?
By being just the devil.
What bad stuff, though?
He beat the fuck out of his mom and dad in the back seat when they pulled up to the church.
He beat them? Oh, he was freaking out.
And he didn't want to go to church because he's the devil.
Or an autistic child.
Or, yeah. Hey,
heavily autistic. He doesn't talk. He doesn't like to look you in the eyes. That was a movie about abuse of a child.
Yeah, I guess. But at the end, he turns around and he's all like, creepy smile time at the camera.
Yeah, because he got to go away. He's like, I don't have to go to church today.
Yeah, my parents were dead.
Fuck them. Bastards. My parents were beating me.
Yeah. I mean, his dad did try to kill him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the dad died. Or the cop shot him or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original ending.
SWAT.
The original ending for it, he was supposed to kill him.
Like he was gonna kill him. Wait, it was the same thing, isn't it? The dad dies in the end.
Yeah, but the dad kills the son in the original ending.
Oh, he does kill him successfully.
They rewrote the ending, and they rewrote the way the mom dies.
Evil lives on.
All the creepy shit that happened.
Interesting. So what is your story? Oh, wait. Let's rewind. No, hold on, rewind. So my idea with the podcast, I said it before, I love supernatural stuff. You know this. I've always loved supernatural stuff. It's always been really interesting to me, and I've had creepy shit happen in my life. A bunch of family members have had creepy shit. Mom used to always say that there was a ghost in the barn, because we lived in this town and we had a bunch of animals, a bunch of rabbits, and we had a barn that had 2 stories. And we'd have to go out and we'd feed them and water them at the end of the day.
Yeah, the ghost.
The rabbits.
Oh,
because we had at one point we had 300 rabbits back there. Yeah, it was a lot.
That's a lot of rabbits.
Yeah, it was a lot. And none of us would want to be the one to water, because it always takes longer to water. You have to unscrew. You have to take the bottle off the cage, or if they have a food bowl, you take that out or whatever.
300 individual bottles.
Bottles take a long time because you got to take the bottle off the cage, and they're clipped on there. You got to unclip them, take them off, unscrew it, pour the water in it, and we would use old milk jugs, just gallons, and you have to pour that in effectively. Yeah. We didn't have a funnel or anything,
all the time,
so you got to.
Running around
no, but as it gets dark, it gets really scary in the barn at night when you're a kid.
And there's 300 fucking rabbits.
And your mom's like, yeah, there's a ghost in there. I'm like, no! We would never want to be the last person in the barn. So nobody would want to water because it would take too long, and the person who would feed would get done first. Be like, you have to wait for me! You have to wait for me! If you don't wait for me now, I'm not going to wait for you later. You have to wait until I'm done. Help me.
How long did it take, on average, do you think? Like, if you could estimate. Because that's a lot of time to be...
It'd be like at least 30 minutes to water. Because there's a lot. There'd be like 3 rows down the hallway to the left, and then there was like an area there, and then we built an add-on part on the back of the barn to make more room, and we'd have to like hop over the old where the wall used to be. There was still a lip on the floor because it had like a cement lip.
Okay.
We tore the wall down, built an attachment, and we'd have to go into that section and do the rest.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It would take at least. I mean, I couldn't tell you now because I don't know. My semblance of time as a child is not the same as it is now.
Yeah.
It felt like it fucking forever. Felt like it took 2 hours. It probably was 30 minutes to an hour, would be my guess. By yourself? Because we would have like 8 water jugs or 6 or whatever, and I would try to carry them all at the same time. But then you got to fill them up, and then you got to take them out. If you empty them all, you got to go and fill them up again.
That's how you got so yoked, just as a kid.
That was part of it because we would go to 3 different fairs every year. So
it's a lot of jug lifting. And
the feed bags are heavy, 50-pound feed bags when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Throwing that stuff around. Plus, we had like a little workout machine in the basement. I would always work out on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd have physically.
The best wrestler in the state of Ohio.
No, yeah, right.
No,
I wasn't even the best wrestler in the county. I got my ass beat plenty of times. I didn't even win a single match in my first year on varsity because I was on varsity for a little bit.
You're absorbing everyone else's power. You turn into a beast.
That's something we'll talk about later in a different episode. Wendigo, absorbing people's powers. Wendigo's a good one. I'm gonna have to get my buddy Kevin in for that one. Yes, but the idea with the podcast finally, coming back, third time trying to break it down.
We have at it.
Talking about this stuff. I want to try and stick as much as we can to hard facts, or as close as we can get to that. You know, that's the target. We'll try to hit the target, and right now we're fucking shooting the neighbor's house behind us. We're just throwing shit over my shoulder.
That's cool. Yeah. A lot of my I have some factual evidence for my spookiness.
Yeah. Just things that have happened that have to do with whatever the subject is. Yeah. Things that kind of tie everything together nicely.
And it works well because
I'm gonna do an episode.
Everybody has a spooky story.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an episode on. Are you familiar with Robert Johnson? Ooh, you don't know though. You might know like the gist of it. Crossroads Devil deal.
Yes, yeah.
That's Robert Johnson.
Of blues.
I don't think he's the Godfather of blues.
He sold his soul to play guitar good, right?
Yeah, that's the occult theory.
OG Bobby Johnson.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to play guitar. Sold his soul.
Well, no, I don't know about that. Well, the way the story goes loosely is you had to go at a certain hour. It's pretty vague too. You have to go at a certain hour at a certain crossroads, and this was down south. And you play your guitar, and then you set it down, and then a man walks up, plays it, tunes it, plays it a little bit, and gives it back to you, and that's the deal. That's how the story That's very loosely summarized.
And that guy's like the devil or whatever.
It's the theory is that man is a demon, and you made a demon deal at the crossroads.
So not the devil per se.
No. Well, no, devil's locked up in hell. You know, how could it be?
Yeah. Lucifer.
The devil walks among us.
The
devil walks among us. The devil. We'll do an episode on the Morning Star. I would drive by this church every day on my way to work one time, and it's called the Morning Star Church. And every time I drive by that, at first I thought it was something to do with the devil, because that is one of Lucifer's names is the Morning Star. Yeah. But it's like a regular church, I assume. I've never been in there, but every time I drove by, I wanted to stop and be like, y'all worship the devil?
You guys picked the wrong out of all the names.
That's not the best name if you don't worship the devil. Like, there's other names. You could call this God's Holy House, for example. We could call it anything other than Lucifer's home.
Yeah. Literally, his last name.
The Morning Star.
That's spooky.
That's probably the most famous curse of all time.
Jesus is cursing
the devil? God cursing the devil. for corrupting man.
But he just is it corruption, or was the devil just like fucking do whatever you want? Like, I don't know if there's corruption in that.
Well, you know what Lucifer did, right?
He was a snake, sneaky snake.
Yeah.
He told Eve, "Hey girl,
take a bite of that.
Come think about this.
You want to try some of this? It's
just like
delicious.
Hey girl,
you looking pretty thick. Why don't you get some veggies in you?
The lisp on the S is perfect. Yeah. He's a
snake. To get some veggies in you, girl.
Some apples.
You're getting a little thick over there. Here's an apple. You need more apples in your life. Oh, that tree? That tree's fine.
That tree, don't listen to the big old Philly god.
Oh, he just doesn't want you to have any apples.
He hates the gays. Did you know that?
God hates the gays.
Why would you want to not eat the apple?
Listen, apples are healthy, right? And God wants you to live forever. You want to be healthy. Yeah. Get yourself some of this apple, shove that in your fat face.
He's like, I'm sneaky. I'm sneaky.
God was like, what the shit?
The one fruit, yeah. Convinced her to do it. She ate it.
But that was God's punishment, is he cursed him for all time to burn in eternal hellfire.
Is that really like the justice fitting of the crime of just telling this chick eat this apple? Like, oh, you made her eat the apple, you get to burn it.
I mean, I think it's a little more complicated than that.
No, it's fine. That'd be my argument.
Well, if you want to literally interpret it, it led to all the human suffering ever. Yeah, from then until the end of time. So, probably. Fuck you, devil,
man. I guess. I mean, I think he's just a little misunderstood.
But that, if you want to take the biblical text as literal, that would be the first curse. First curse.
God cursed Satan.
God cursed the devil to forever burn in a lake of fire. And had his own brother cast him into the lake of fire. That's fucked up.
Which brother was that?
Michael. Yeah.
It's a shitty name.
It's a strong name.
For an angel?
I wish I could name my kid Lucifer. That's a strong name.
Yeah, Lucifer's a strong
name. I could.
You do?
I don't think he'd be super popular.
They call him Lucy.
I'd be cursing my child to a lifetime of resilience.
Or a lifetime of creativity and
lifetime of hot goth bitches.
Yes.
Is your name really Lucifer?
Which is my birth certificate.
You want to see my license? If I show you my license, will you go out with me?
Big titty goth girlfriends are a different breed. That's another curse. Women. Am I right, too?
Yeah. Guess.
Yeah, whatever. So the devil was the first curse.
Yeah, if you want
to... According to Christianity.
According to religious scripture, that could be the first curse. I don't know. He didn't say, I curse you. You know, it was a curse. Actually, glad I brought my Bible out. Yeah, guess what? Books. If you didn't know, yeah, I have a Bible. I've actually got 3. So.
Which, as you were just explaining, is a big book of curses.
There's a lot of curses. Well, this is the New Testament, but which still has a lot of curses in it. Old Testament is like off the friggin' charts. That's like, holy shit.
Yeah, Old Testament's a whole lot of oogity boogity shit.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta make a tent with 3 tents in it. Only priests can come.
Alright, so let me recorrect myself. He legit straight up said you are cursed. So here as it goes into Genesis 3:14, and the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed. Above all cattle and above every beast of the field, upon thy belly shall you go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life.
Snakes don't eat dust.
Well.
Or does the devil eat dust? Man, could you remember?
Well, that's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean, which has a really good curse and a good curse story, which is a classic treasure hunter curse. Cursed gold.
Oh yeah.
Cursed treasure.
Yeah.
A good example of that is from Indiana Jones when he takes the idol. Not really a curse per se, but it's booby trapped, which it's a curse of death. You take this, you're gonna get crushed by a big friggin' rock.
Unless.
Or poison darts are gonna shoot you in the dick hole. Curse of death.
You made it through that whole thing, and you're just like a dart in your dick.
Yeah, and that does the end. Dart in the dick. You got me.
Realistic Indiana Jones just gets killed in like the first 15 minutes of the movie.
He gets crushed by the boulder immediately. Doesn't see the boulder coming.
Dick darts. Oh,
Dick darts.
Then the rock.
Yeah.
That is wild though. Like, it's weird thinking of God, I guess, like a Christian religion being all like, I curse thee. I guess I never really thought about that. Because like curses are usually associated with like witchy shit, which is like kind of the opposite of Jesus in terms of how people view.
Well, this is something Caleb actually knows a lot more about than I do, but the thing about witches is, I'm sure Caleb will correct me too. Oh wait, you know what I forgot to do before we go any further? Big Stank! I got Big Stank in the room. What's up? This random guy. Who the fuck are we talking to?
It's me, Big Stank, your boy.
My buddy Nick,
yes.
Good friend.
Yeah.
Also, this is a good time. Plug your podcast.
Oh yeah. So if y'all go to YouTube real quick, you type in the URL the search bar on YouTube. Stank Space Podcast, little cartoon astronaut guy. Go ahead and click that. It's got like 2,000 some odd subs. It's my sister's old channel.
2,000?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we
didn't
get all of them. It's her old game channel that got stale, and she's like, I want to do a podcast on it. Do you want to do it with me? I was like, yeah. So we just started recording and uploading them. People were confused at first. It was pretty funny watching the comments, but I thought we were going to lose a ton of people. I think
probably got more, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Probably got more in the end, really.
Yeah, I think people like it. We talk about a little bit of everything.
I mean, it's her channel too. What the fuck? Do whatever you want. It's your life.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
If you want to
switch it up.
If you want to join the Stank Space Army, become a Stankster-naut. Yeah, we have terms, we have words.
I dig it.
We're going to merch this shit.
I'm for it. I approve.
Thank you. I got the John Bird approval. So, yeah, go there, subscribe, become part of this weird little corner of the internet where we talk about everything.
It's a cult.
Last episode was a month ago.
It's a cult. Really? It's been a month. You know what? This is the second episode. Yeah. The first one was a while ago.
Like I talked about Black Lives Matter, and then like it was like a 2-hour, and I did an interview with Devontae, another good friend of ours, and then I was like, how do I make an episode following that? Because it was really like, I got heated. It was like a powerful fucking episode. I was like, I should just give it some time to cool down. Yeah. I'm going to come back eventually.
Well, it's your show too. You can do whenever you want to. Yeah. You don't have to do it all whenever.
But usually it's like every week, every 2 weeks.
That's good. Yeah, I'm trying to do this. I want to do every week. Caleb was aiming probably every 2-3 weeks. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing with this one. I'll probably end up doing 1 or 2 in between the ones that he's in.
And you guys record here? Or do you record
somewhere? I mean, we can record wherever, but it's been here so far. Cool. So I got my setup is like good to go. He's going to have to figure it out. I think the next one I'm going to go to his house and we'll do it there. So we'll have to figure it out.
Well, I love your guys' podcast so far, the episode that I've heard, and you guys work really well together.
You know.
You got some stuff going on.
We're goofy.
I'm like breaking your chair. He's not like leaning back. I'm so scared. John.
I mean, that's a good chair.
Got me some stupid
that's a nice chair. That's a nice chair. That's my music chair. Do you want to switch? I'll sit in that one. It'd actually be a little easier for me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
We're going to switch chairs live.
Yeah, we're going to switch.
Switch chairs live.
We're going to switch chairs.
Chinese fire drill.
It'd be a little easier for me.
Because John is supple and young.
You're younger than I am.
He's soft.
Soft? What?
He's a soft, sinewy boy.
I'm hardware counts.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
But, before we get too far into it, we're only 50 minutes into it.
Yeah.
By the way, this guy.
All I do is talk. My bad.
Delicious. It's like coffee with honey in it.
Coffee and honey.
Delicious.
Good combo.
I basically had no sugar now, just the honey. That's like 99% of my sugar.
I drink $3.50 fucking McDonald's iced coffees a day, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's better.
The life of a healthcare worker. 14-hour shifts. I need something to live. Just coffee and honey. Yeah. Just straight up black coffee and honey.
I put milk in it too. Okay. I don't like black coffee.
I'm gonna do it, and if it sucks, I'm gonna complain.
We need real honey too.
Yeah. Get real honey.
Not that fake honey.
Not that
fake Chinese market honey. If it's from China, it's probably
China
probably fake.
That's another curse.
Fake
Chinese love curses, bro.
China's a curse, he says. Cancel this man.
China.
China's
a curse.
China has been taking advantage of us.
It's true. Cursing our honey. I think they've done some terrible shit to the agricultural market. They just ruined it. It's all China. They run everything.
I don't know about all that.
I'm telling you, 10 years we're already speaking Chinese, bro.
I don't know about that.
I love the Chinese, by the way.
Been meaning to learn Chinese. Not really. I'm just saying that.
I just say dumb shit.
I'm just gonna learn the important stuff. What's their leader's name? Ping?
I don't know, maybe. I'm dumb, dude.
I'm just gonna learn a few phrases like I surrender, he rules.
I surrender.
Democracy's overrated.
Yeah.
However you say that. If someone knows how to say that.
Yeah. Please
help me out. Don't shoot, I surrender. What were we talking about? We were talking about Jesus curses, the devil. Yeah. We were on something else though.
The first curse.
Yeah, we covered that a little bit.
Plug me.
Oh, witches. That's what we were talking about. Witches. Boom. Right back at it.
Witches.
Fucking sick.
Witch curses.
Yeah, so witches, again.
She says curses aren't really that big of a thing.
Well, if you're not practicing dark magic.
Yeah.
Look, Caleb knows a lot about that stuff. More than I do. Actually, I got a good book here.
Caleb might just be a wizard, honestly.
Well, he was a Wiccan.
Friends, if we had to pick one.
He was a Wiccan for a little bit there. I don't think he is anymore. But he's still... I think what he said a while ago, last time I asked him, he said he's not a practicing Wiccan, is what he said.
He just loves nature.
I also don't want to profess his beliefs and say that I know, because I don't know. All right, yeah, he's a fucking
witch.
He has dead cats hanging around in his house.
No.
He's a psycho.
Oh, that's not a witch. That's a serial killer.
That's what witches do, dude. Witches are bodily fluids, man. Ugh. Yeah. So witches are. I would say specifically, witches are more like. I'm gonna get so much shit from them too, from Caleb and Alyssa. Witches are like they worship, they harness the power of a demon to do their magic. It's like dark, and I don't think it has to be black magic, but it's darker magic is typically what people would say a witch is.
Yeah.
When people say witch, that's usually what they mean. A person who's using the power of a demon to practice magic.
Well,
black magic.
My wife is not a witch.
Yeah.
She don't talk to no demons.
No.
She does the candles and the...
See, that sounds like Wiccan, which is more earthly.
Elements,
you use herbs, you use elements, crystals, rocks, all that stuff, and you do peaceful stuff, cleanses.
Yes.
That's
tarot
see, that's tarot. That's like Wiccan or Reiki healing. I don't know. Tara does that.
I have not had. So I've gone to a beautiful older woman to have my body Reiki healed.
Yeah, how'd it go?
It was just a hot massage for me. It was like a pleasant, nice one.
Let's get a chub.
Yeah.
Happy ending?
No, wanted it, could have gotten it, didn't. Figured it was rude. But
I think it's rude that you didn't. I'm offended.
I mean, I paid for it, so it's and I told my daddy I'd never paid for no bitch. So
well, you paid for the massage.
Yeah, I did pay for the massage. Yeah. It's a business.
Hey, listen, you paid to be happy.
It's true. It's true. Beautiful, wonderful woman.
Yeah.
Listen, love her skill set. She does more than just Reiki. She's like a Reiki, how do I say it? She's like a great artist, does all cool shit. So I was like, yeah.
That's cool.
But
it's interesting.
Healed my body up or anything. I'm not sure what it does. Is it like Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid just heals Daniel-san with his hands? You ever seen that?
What you're trying to say is nothing?
Yeah, nothing does nothing. Instruction on the legal kick.
I don't want to shit talk or anything. It's just not my bag. It's interesting.
It is.
It's interesting.
It is. I will say that every time Tori, my wife, has done tarot readings for people, they have left very satisfied and happy, and that makes sense.
Here's the thing: 90% of that, I'm gonna say 99% of that because that's mostly what I've seen is bullshit. 99% of that kind of thing is people reading you, people taking whatever social cues you give off, and making claims, and someone died recently. They just go with common shit. Yeah. That's totally different. I know I'm gonna get shit for that already.
No,
that's not Reiki, but that's when people do that kind of stuff, or when people say things with 100% confidence that these things are true and correct.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with that. I have a real hard time with that.
There's a huge difference between, like, I guess, like, the psych narrative, like, figuring a person out and using that to trick them into thinking, like, your dead dad is talking to you and shit like that. Like, that's gross shit. But what...
That was just an example I was giving, too. But that...
But then there's the other side of it, where it's people that, like, genuinely care
maybe
about
they're
people
just trying to
help them. And, like, my lady doesn't talk to dead people, doesn't talk to ghosts, but she's very good at reading people and their energy and trying to give them some type of wisdom or you know,
scoot in a little closer. Make sure you're in there.
Oh, is that good?
That's good. I just want to make sure that you're able to be heard clearly.
They'll hear me, son. It's Big Stank.
Distinctly. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So now that I'm gonna go home and my wife's gonna get a step, so I'm punching me in the face.
Is she?
No.
I mean, I can punch you in the face if you want.
She said to say hi.
Oh, hi, Tori.
There you go.
I mean, I can punch you in the face if you want.
Yeah, but like you're huge.
Not huge. You're bigger than I am. What the fuck are you talking about?
Ouch.
You are. This is a fact. That's objective fact.
I didn't come here to be fat shamed, bro.
Too bad.
That's why I'm tied up. Yeah. Be subjected to it. See, I see you got some interesting shit pulled up here, bro. Curse of the Pharaohs. Enlighten me with some Egyptian curse.
You never heard of that before? There's Scooby-Doo episodes about this.
You dig up a dead guy and he comes to life?
No. Well, I didn't go into the origin of mummies, but it could be from... I don't think it's from this, though. I guess it could be. It probably is from this. But no. The curse of the pharaohs is if you go in, you defile a pharaoh's tomb, you're cursed.
But what kind of curses are we talking?
I don't know.
You don't know?
You don't know about the curse of King Tut's tomb?
Oh,
the people that were involved in the excavation of his tomb, not all of them, but a few of them had bad luck and some grisly ends.
See, that's funny because that's exactly what I have with the omen. It's like, is it a curse or is it just like really bad luck randomly a lot?
Well, let's go into what you were, your story.
Yeah.
Let's bust into that. Now that we're an hour in, let's start this. Let's start this show. Let's get started.
So you told me, you just said we're going to talk about curses. So
I like to, whatever the subject is, I like to give a little tidbit and just, I say, you do your thing, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, nothing else specific. You just like curses. I was like, cool.
Yeah, do what you will with that, and we'll...
Yeah, so if you're an avid horror fan, or if you're just like a fan of the supernatural, like creepy Christian-y shit that goes on in the world, you've probably heard of the movie Omen, which has had remakes and sequels, but the original...
Or The Omen, right?
Yeah. Like 1970s.
The original.
That's like a movie that's like considered one of the best horror movies ever made. Even on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got like an 86 on both scores. Like it's great. And I think a part of that is like it's legendary because of all the shit that happened before, during, and after filming.
Like on the set.
Yes, that made people consider it like a cursed movie. So like the guy who was the dad, one of the main actors, it's like something Patton or something. His son commits suicide 3 months before the movie, but his agent is like, "Yo, you should do this anyway. Get your mind off this really sad, terrible thing that happened." So
it's a sad, terrible movie to cheer you up, bucko.
Right? About a demon kid.
About a demon kid that the father tries to kill.
Yeah.
You go
beautiful.
You go chum.
So he flies on the plane to get to filming. His plane is hit by lightning, which isn't that uncommon. Apparently,
it happens a lot.
Like a plane gets hit once a year. Every commercial airliner, like on average, gets hit by lightning once a year. But the thing that's creepy is that then the writer, who's on a separate plane, his plane gets hit by lightning, and then the director or the producer's plane, separate plane, also gets hit by lightning. So all three of their planes that are
different planes at different times, in different locations,
all flying to the same place, get hit by lightning. So you could be like, is that coincidence or what? Like, I guess it is, but it's still a big coincidence, especially mathematically. Like, I'm sure there's some math someone could do out there. But, so they land, and they're getting all set up and ready, and they're filming, and they're doing a good job. They haven't figured out who they want as the kid actor yet. But, when they land, they want to get opening shots of London, like, from an aerial view. And they hire this plane to take them up to take those shots. And then the plane people say, listen, we got a bigger deal. We're going to give you guys a deal and move your schedule back a little bit. So that plane takes off with all these people, and the day all the people that were doing the film were supposed to be in that plane gets hit by a ton of birds on takeoff, smashes into the ground, crashes into a station wagon, and kills 6 fucking people. So they would all, including the director, would have all been on that plane.
But they weren't.
They were saved.
Dude, I had a dream about a plane crashing the other night. Last night.
That's a scary dream, dude. Was it like a falling one that like sucks you into your mattress?
No.
It was just like a really cool survival.
See, I know I had a dream, something to do with a plane. Like, I wasn't on the plane, but a plane was crashing. I think I was on the ground. I've been having dreams about...
Station wagon?
No. I've been having dreams about people dying lately.
Oh, I'm cool. That's cool. That's awesome. While we're talking about the omen.
Like, not you, don't worry. You're fine.
Yeah,
you're safe. I assume. I actually don't know. One of them...
Into a station wagon.
I'll talk about it after you, so you can... Oh, and for the record... We know God doesn't hate gays. It doesn't say that in the Bible.
Yeah. No, fuck that.
There's like one, I don't know why there's like one thing about gay people. I was just thinking about it in my head. I was like, people are gonna give me hate.
God doesn't hate gays.
God loves gay people.
Yeah,
God loves everybody. Yeah. All right, anyway. Plane crash.
Thanks, John. So 3 planes get hit by lightning. Plane that they're supposed to be on crashes and kills a fuck ton of people.
Why weren't they on the plane again?
The plane company called and was like, we've got people who are paying more money to do it on this date, so we're going to push your date back and give you a discount. They were like, cool.
So the other people got fucked.
Yeah, so they all, like 6 people died. And then there's a scene in the movie, a bunch of animal attacks randomly happen in this movie. So the first animal attacks is a scene with Rottweilers, and they're in like a graveyard like tearing up this pre-sky or whatever. Mm-hmm. The problem is that like they earned the nickname on the set like devil dogs because they were just like crazy, ferocious monster dogs. And the dude who did the stunt, the guy who got bit up by the dogs, was like, "Yo, these are fucking crazy dogs, and I need more than this normal like dog bite pad you got." So they gave him on top of the padding,
like Kevlar or something.
Yeah, like a bunch of extra felt and a steel plate, stainless steel plates. The dogs still bit through that.
Interesting.
Tore him up, ripped him to shreds. They call cut. They try to get the dogs away, and one of them is still chewing him up. No. And the dude passes out from like
blood loss or shock or something. Yeah, just went into shock. Yeah.
He got fucked up bad, I guess, on his arm. So then they go to there's a second scene. I don't know if this was in the movie or not. I think it is, but like it has to do with baboons. Because they're at like a zoo, and all the animals freak out when baboons are just there because he's the Antichrist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Right?
Yeah.
So in order to get these baboons to act nuts, they drug a baby baboon
or something
and put it in a van. No, it's even weirder. You would think that's what they would do.
Yeah, just like shake him in a cage for a second.
God, I get mad.
That pissed me off.
They fucking Bill Cosby a baby baboon, throw him into this van. And because baboons are like family oriented, super packed.
Oh, they're very protected.
They go nuts, and that's what they wanted. Only the reactions of the actresses and the actors in this scene are real because they didn't know these baboons were gonna go batshit.
Ballistic.
And it gave the main actress like PTSD, like severe actual PTSD.
Well, she sounds
like monkey attacks. I was terrified of a baboon.
They got big fangs. Tigers. Well, they have fangs.
Fuck it, thanks.
Yeah, they got fangs.
And then the third
baboon will fuck you up. Wait, so what happened with the baboons though? Like, what did they do?
Like,
the baboons
more crazy than they should have been.
Well, what do you mean? Well, like, what does that mean though? Like, what happened to the people? Did the baboon they're in their enclosure?
Yeah.
And you're walking through with the boy.
Yeah.
Monkeys start freaking out.
Yeah, I guess like.
Or they were just freaking out.
Yeah, because of the way that they got the monkeys to freak out, the monkeys never chilled. So they were just like crazy.
Oh, the monkeys
and,
were just pissed off.
Monkeys, right?
No, they're just angry baboons.
And that's the thing, like, angry baboons.
You put me in a cage and then you drug my baby, shake it in the
cage.
But
then the third animal attack wasn't included in the movie. It was a scene with big cats. And the whole day of the filming was fine.
I'm not doing that.
But then the trainer got attacked and fucked up really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Tigers. We're talking like that chick who got her arm bit off in Joe Exotic's little documentary. Like, we got some, not her specifically.
Hilarious.
But that she still works there, yeah.
The same, like, went back to work with, like, shredded arm, tatters hanging everywhere. And be like, Hey, can you hand me that feed bag?
Yeah, like no.
Hand me that steak.
Give me that extra pay, son.
A cup of wine to go with my arm.
Yeah.
Red wine for the tiger.
I want a tiger arm to replace my normal arm. That'd be dope. That's a superhero right there. You instantly become a superhero.
I refuse to watch Tiger King.
It's good.
Nope.
I'm telling you.
I don't care.
You'll love it.
No.
That bitch Carol Baskins too.
Oh, I hate it. I don't want to watch it, and I'm not gonna watch it.
She's on Dancing with the Stars.
I know, it's
Probably
hilarious.
murdered her husband.
For sure murdered her husband.
Is on Dancing with the Stars.
She said how she did it.
Will they even let OJ on Dancing with the Stars? Another person we know for sure murdered.
Oh, that's more substantial, though.
A little
That's
more.
more
If that
substantial.
doesn't fit, God will quit, John. How dare you? That was a win for the black community, dude.
I love Dave Chappelle's bit. Like, how can you shake hands with that monster? With all due respect, that murderer, what do you say? He ran for like how many thousands of yards.
One of the best football players ever.
Yeah.
Also got away with murder. Lit.
Didn't he kill two people? He killed his wife and then
wife and like apparently the dude she's
boyfriend
with, but it was like his friend or some shit. I think
that'd be rough. Like
that would be rough.
Like if you were a friend with
you're OJ, you got
no. If you're friends with like a superstar, and you sleep with his wife and he catches you, you're like, there's nothing you can do to stop him. Like
pinnacle of athleticism, like the dude might
at the
as well
time,
be
yeah.
honest.
At the time, yeah.
Huge.
But that's what I'm saying.
Brain dead,
like,
too.
here's the thing.
It's real
My whole point is you can't physically stop it.
You can't stop the juice is loose, bro. You can't stop him. Like he's gonna take you and he's gonna do whatever he wants. A guy that big, you're done. Doesn't matter. If you're me,
Unless you got like a knife and you surprise him or something.
I guess.
You're like, Gah! Right in the throat.
Surprise OJ?
In the throat? Well, I mean, he's in a blind rage. You just like let him start choking you.
A blind rage.
Let him start choking you, and as
you're the witness to his first.
Like
murder.
as he's choking you, you just, you know, see what I'm saying? So like you're on your back. OJ's hulking frame. Probably had a hard dick at the time he did this.
Can you look up how big he was in his prime? He's got to be like.
I don't think he was super tall.
He was huge.
Was he?
He was huge.
A large, physically
like
imposing
standing over like interviewers and stuff after football games. So he's a big boy, in cleats or not.
6'1". No, he's barely.
But wait, I'm talking like.
Yeah, 6'1".
212 pounds, 6'1".
Yeah, 6'1".
Is that now?
So he wasn't super big.
He was huge, bro. I'm telling you. Click that image.
Okay, well, even if you.
How wide was O.J. Simpson?
During trial.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Let's click that. Yeah, 6'1".
2,000 yards in the season. That's not bad.
Yeah, he was the first player to do that, to rush for more than 2,000.
6'1", 210 pounds. Regularly gets tackled by huge dudes.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's like football jack, too. At 210 pounds, that's still a beast.
Yeah. If you can't outrun a car, you're not outrunning OJ. You better run fast. I mean, like, okay, obviously everyone can outrun a car to a certain point. You know what I mean, dude. If you're not fast, you're dead.
That's like, what are you, John Madden? You're like, if you can't outrun OJ, you're not going to outrun OJ.
Dude, I'd love to Madden. Bam! So, yeah, let's get back to the Omen, right? OJ is not part of the curse of the Omen,
I don't know how the hell did we get on OJ?
Because we're us. That's why people listen, bro.
I don't know, it's something to do with murder.
Yeah. Murder's a curse. OJ's a murderer.
OJ's a murderer.
We're just flat out saying it.
Well, everybody knows he did it.
The blood shrunk the glove, dude. I'm telling you.
You know what? It doesn't even matter. He's still slinging dick.
And he's on Twitter? Love that.
Oh my god.
Love that.
Hello, Twitter world.
Just pause now. Go to Twitter. Look it up. You'll find it. It's beautiful.
I've literally only seen his first video, and I'm not watching
anything. I followed a fake OJ page on Twitter.
Oh,
when OJ got his real one, the fake OJ page tweeted like, "Oh, this is awkward," and that was funny as fuck.
Dude, did you see what someone did to that video? The Hello Twitter World one. They dubbed like a woman screaming for help in the background quietly. She's like, help. And he's like, hello Twitter World. We're gonna talk about sports and politics and whatever else. And you just hear, help me in the background.
I'm sure it's authentic.
It's great. It's great. It's fantastic. Oh, and all the comments that he was getting, I don't know if you turned comments off or what, but it was all...
You would have to, I think.
It was horrible.
Unless you get some sick enjoyment out of it.
I enjoyed it.
I would.
I got some...
I got away with 2 murders.
I think I got some... No, I mean, like, as an outsider watching it, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, of course.
People were like, you murderer, and blah, tagged him in, like, everything that had to do with the trial, and I was like, this is pretty great.
And you know some of that shit's wrong, but he knows how it really went, so at home he's like,
You know what else is wrong? Chopping your wife's head off.
And bury in the knife somewhere, bro. But you know what else is wrong? The director of the movie, Omen, The Omen.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, yo, now that these animals have killed people and people are planes struck by lightning and people are dying and shit, like, maybe we could chill on the filming for a little bit.
That's how we got onto OJ. We're talking about Carol Baskin because of the tiger, because murder.
Yes.
All right, anyway.
We did it.
We made our way back. Paddle our way up Schitt's Creek.
Another visual representation of that.
Okay, after the tiger thing.
After the tiger thing, the director's like, nah, it's chill. So they're in London during the time where the IRA or whatever is blowing the fuck out of buildings. Mm-hmm. So the director's staying at a Hilton with his wife. They leave it. Like 5 minutes later, boom, Hilton explodes. They were close enough to be able to hear and feel the bomb explode.
Yeah, the pressure from it and everything.
Which is, you know, you can be like, oh, that's coincidence, but then there was the second bombing. The entire crew was going to a restaurant. 5 minutes before they get there, boom, the fucking restaurant exploded and it's bombed. So now everyone's freaking out. And at this point, the cast is like giving the director issues like, yo, this is like some really fucked up shit. There's a religious advisor who's like a priest, and he's like, yo, when you pretend like the devil is something funny to make fun about, like that's usually when the devil starts fucking around, you know? And they're like, yeah, whatever.
Is it?
But in order to make everyone happy, the director rewrites 2 scenes. One, he rewrites the scene where the mom is supposed to die. She's supposed to fall off the railing.
Yeah, she dies in the remake.
Yeah, but they showed it. They cut that.
And they didn't show it in the first one.
Yeah, instead they show like a fishbowl falling, and then she's like holding onto the railing.
Oh, and then, yeah, okay, I got you.
And then they rewrote the ending, mostly because the company that owned all the film rights and shit was like, we want to open up for a sequel. Like they saw.
You gotta leave it open ended.
They saw the first playthrough. They were like, "This is great, so we're gonna capitalize on that. Rewrite the ending." So it was originally supposed to be the mom, the dad, and the boy dead because in the original ending, the dad kills the son. We all know he doesn't. He gets stopped, and then at the end, the creepy Damien baby turns around and smiles all weird at the camera.
Interesting.
Now, the worst part of the curse for this movie, and it's the last part of the curse too, which is what makes it super creepy for me, and it kind of adds credibility to the curse. A huge pivotal scene in the movie is when this dude gets his head cut off by like this truck goes backwards. It's got like big panes of glass in the trunk, and they fly off and they hit the dude. And his head like does like 80 flips and shit.
Awesome.
It was set up to make it seem like so people who cover their eyes in horror movies during the gross shit. It was set up audibly to make you think that it had stopped, so that when you would pull your eyes back, like your hands off your eyes, you'd still see this head flipping. And the director did that on purpose. Kudos to him. Beautiful. But that dude was driving with his assistant a year later after filming. So
this is after the movie's out.
Yes. They get into a car crash. He's fine, but his assistant
gets
her head
decapitated
by the front wheel of their tire. And when he
whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on. Whoa, brakes.
Head on collision. She's in the passenger seat. Tire underneath flies up.
Their tire.
Yes. Blows her fucking head off. He gets passed out.
Their tire on their car.
Mm-hmm.
So they hit this other car head on. Their tire
I think it was
works its way.
Another car or a wall. But it was like a head-on collision.
Yeah, but they hit something, and their tire works its way up into their car.
Somehow the tire blows through the floor.
And takes her head off.
Yeah, or somehow. And it blows her head off. Like
tired her face.
Completely. Gross.
Interesting.
And when he wakes up, there's a town in Germany. I think they were in Germany, Berlin maybe, filming for another movie. But there's a sign for the city, and the city is called Omen, O-M-M-E-N. And underneath it, the distance away that it was 66.6 kilometers. And the movie was released on the 6th day of the 6th month of 1966, 76?
I think it's 76.
Yeah, 76. So there's 3 6s in the date, so you know it's creepy shit. But that's the scariest part. The dude who died by getting decapitated by a car in the movie is driving a year later, and his assistant gets decapitated in a car. Not in the same way, but similar.
Well, her head came off, I think, is the important part.
The name of the movie is on a road sign with 66.6 kilometers. Bro, is that a coincidence? I don't know. If something is up there controlling shit and pulling strings, that's a funny fucking...
I'm going to go ahead and answer that for every person that doesn't believe vehemently in the devil. Yes.
It's a coincidence, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. That's too much. The dude...
Here's the thing. I have to be skeptical because I love this stuff. So I make myself not just go whole hog on it.
Well, I'm the same way. Like, I'm the first person, like, I only watch Ghost Adventures to laugh, right? I don't believe that shit full out. I'm always like, oh, they must have done this, or they must have done that. But, like...
Oh, you mean like on the Discovery Channel?
Yeah.
Oh, you...
My name's Zach Baggins. And I'm with my two dipshit brothers.
My personal favorite. There's a squatch in these woods.
Oh!
Let me hit two sticks together. Click, click, click. Oh, there's a callback. Sasquatch communicates with sticks.
You heard that? That was a baby squash.
That was a twig.
Woo!
That was me out there in the woods.
Woo! Woo! And then something moves back, and you're like, that was a squash. Definitely.
You know what I think? I think it was my friends.
What do you think is more realistic, a Sasquatch or a ghost?
Ghost, for sure.
Ghost is more
Here's the thing. I think
Yeah,
because I think Sasquatch is our memory of Gigantopithecus, which was a 8-foot tall bipedal friggin' orangutan.
That lived among us.
I'm sure that they ate us.
Yeah, probably.
Occasionally. Probably not like all the time, because like monkeys eat meat. Gorillas occasionally will eat meat. Chimps, if it's like chimpanzees will eat each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they fuck each other up.
Yeah, why wouldn't it occasionally just, oh look, a little tiny, let me just grab that little snack to go. A little yum bar. A little yum bar. Shut up and let me eat you. Like that thing could pull, picture an 8-foot tall, how fucking strong would that thing be? Holy hell. That thing could pick up a car and break it in half. It'd be like a rhino. It'd be like rhinoceros strength. Like a primate.
So it's got like long ass creepy arms and shit.
That's how they paint it. Like all we have, I think, is like a tooth and a femur or something of this thing.
Yeah.
And then they've only got a few bones. Like it's not a lot, but they've whatever reconstructed it because of that, and based on what we know about primates today. And it was alive when we were around. It was definitely around when we were around.
Yeah.
So it's in our memory. It's in our DNA.
Yeah.
We lived in the same areas that it did.
Of
Sasquatch, which I think would make sense that it would be Gigantopithecus.
Yeah.
So I totally see, that's like a legend that I buy into. That I totally believe that. I don't think Sasquatch is real, and I don't think that it speaks English for one, and two is an interdimensional time traveler that can interrupt. The reason why we can't catch it on film is because he doesn't let you, because he knows you're trying to film him. Are you talking about that fat guy that was in the suit and swinging his arms? You ever see the video of that guy, the cowboy hat dude? It's like they put a video of him walking and the Sasquatch, the classic one where it's swinging its arms and it looks back, exact same walk. Like that's a fucking. Oh, there's like. Well, he walks like, or he walks like a dude with diabetes, like a large gentleman.
Do you think Sasquatch would have diabetes?
Fuck no.
If he's eating berries all the time?
No, bears don't.
That's true. But they're fat as fuck.
Yeah, for winter.
I guess.
And it's also not just sugar, like, it's with fiber.
Fish have a ton of like fat and oil in it, right?
No, it's berries. If you're not gonna get diabetes from berries if you're just going out in the woods and eating berries all the time, because it's with tons of everything else that's supposed to be with sugar, a lot of fiber, and a lot of nutrients.
What curse gives berries fatness?
Well, they just eat. No, I'm talking about diabetes.
Oh.
Like you get yeah, they're eating to get fat, so that they don't starve them with it. Well, they don't get diabetes. One, because they're so healthy and they're just active all the time, and two, it's because you're eating good sugars, not this, refined.
Don't we just eat a fuck ton of berries?
I mean, if you sit around all day and just stuff berries into your gob, yeah.
You're gonna get gout. That's what you're gonna get.
Nah, you won't get gout from berries.
No,
You get that
for meat, right?
You can.
Meat and beer, and it's sitting around.
Well, just being unhealthy, yeah.
Gross. Anyone have gout?
My grandfather gets gout.
Dude.
He'll get it if he eats too much seafood. A lot of seafood will give you gout.
So bears could get gout because they eat fish?
No. Well, if they did get gout, they wouldn't care. What are they going to do? Go to the doctor? They don't give a fuck.
With the bear doctor?
Bear doctor? Yeah, that doctor eats you. That doctor kills you and eats you. He's like, hey, I'm stronger than you now. Bear doctor.
You got the bear gout, dude.
You got the bear gout. You better start getting your affairs in order. You're done.
That's all the Omen movie needed, honestly.
What? Bear attack?
One more animal attack, it being a bear with gout.
See, in order for it to be a curse, though, there has to be some kind of ill will.
Well, that's the thing. The movie's all about the devil and the Antichrist. And this priest guy who's on set all the time is like, yo, when you talk about this stuff and you glorify it, like, that's when the devil...
Priest was popping off.
That
is an old expression.
Yeah, like, the greatest...
Speak of the devil and he shall appear. That's the
greatest trick the devil ever committed was tricking everyone into thinking he wasn't real, right? So then, like, when you fuck around...
That's one. Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. He's like, hey, what up? It's Beelzebub. I'm here to fuck shit up.
I mean, it sounds cool when you say it like that.
Yeah, I'm the Beelzebub.
Beelzebub. Couple of briskies, dude. Yo, man. Yeah.
Anybody got a lighter?
Oh, he's that asshole. Yeah, you give him the lighter and you never see it again.
Like a Mike's hard tall boy.
He'd be like,
a floral print.
I'm like, hey, you got my lighter still? He's like, I gave it back to you already. You fuck. You fucking asshole. You son of a bitch. I see it in your pocket. You dickhead.
What are you doing with the devil, bro?
What are you Oh, fuck. Checkmate. Wait, hey, what are you going to do? Curse.
And he's like, you're mean. And it just walks. That's all you do. You're a dick. And you're
an asshole.
That must be fun. Being the devil.
How great is it that there's a show that's really popular called Lucifer, and it's literally about the devil?
I just started it, but it's great.
I couldn't get into it.
The guy who plays him is fantastic.
I do like him. I couldn't get into the show.
Yeah. People are always surprised to find out that
I just every time that I put it on to watch it, I picture like some 60-year-old, like old school Southern woman hears about it and she's like grabs her cross. She like clutches her cross necklace.
Oh Lord!
What do you mean that there's a?
See, I like that you went with white Southern belle instead of classic like Southern African American grandma.
You do not speak his name.
Oh Lord Jesus! But you were with like a British accent. I do declare.
What, British accent? No, like old school. Like, what do you mean that there's they have on the television? There's a devil? Don't say his name.
Don't say his name.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare say his name in my house!
Oh my God!
That's what I picture. Every time I watch it, that's all I can picture. Is like because they say his name so much in that show. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, he's like a superhero in that. Though.
I know.
He's like, you know.
He's not an asshole anymore. He's like, oh yeah, I fucked up. Sorry, bros. Yeah, but not really though.
Yeah. He's
is he though? I actually don't know. I don't really watch it.
Chaotic good.
Yeah.
Chaotic good.
Yeah.
That's his alignment.
So he's cool.
Yeah.
So he's like, bro.
Yes.
He's like modern day Jesus.
Like if there's like the bad guy that does bad guy shit, and like because he helps the detective catch bad guys.
Yeah, I know that.
And so like he'll do bad, like he'll be like you're a fucking bad guy, and then they'll get like punished for it. But like he's also like a sweetheart in a way, like he won't let the cop lady die, or like he intervenes.
He bangs her though.
Maybe eventually.
Doesn't he?
I
thought he does. I don't watch it. I see stuff and I'm like, oh, okay. I kind of pick up on what's going on just because people talk about it.
Yeah, I assume eventually he fucks someone important.
I think he's banging the detective. Spoiler alert.
He's his therapist in that.
Yeah, I know that. I remember that. Yeah, someone said. Yeah, I remember seeing that. And I'm pretty sure he's banging the detective.
He wants to.
No, I think he does. Spoiler. I'm spoiling. Hey, guess what? Hey, he's chucking the D. He's throwing the book at her, if you know what I mean.
That thorny hot D, dude.
He's throwing the book at her, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the whole book.
The Holy Bible.
It's like the book from Fairly Odd Parents. It's the rules. It's like that.
The rules.
That's what it says. The rules.
You know what another cursed movie was? You know what? Actually, that's a good distinction to make. There's a difference between curses and hauntings. Although, you could be cursed with a haunting. You could be cursed to be haunted. Someone could send a ghost after you. If you believe in that kind of thing. No, like just a poltergeist.
Oh.
Which was the movie Poltergeist. You know why?
They were cursed, right?
No, you know why? You didn't know this one. This is a good one for you. So the word is that the director used. You remember the scene when she falls into the water, into the mud pit, and the bones are there. Not the pool, but like the pit where I think the pool is going to go or something. There's a bunch of bones in there. Word is that the director got real human bones for that scene, and there was a bunch of weird things that were happening on set, supposedly because of that.
You want to know the most cursed part of that movie? That little fucking psychic lady that has like a really like that really high pitched weird voice.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember that.
That's the worst part of the movie.
Yeah.
It's the curse.
The curse of that woman's voice.
Woman.
So what he's saying is women are less than men. They're annoying.
We are cursed by women.
Women's rights is a bullshit thing.
Yes. Yeah. That's clearly what
Biggest mistake in recent times is women's right to vote. That's what he's trying to say.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Thank God. Dude. Thank God. Thank the devil. She's gone. Yeah. Now we can get on with real men's work. That's what he's trying to say.
Yes, clearly.
He's a pig.
Thank you. I'm a squee, bitch. I'm a fucking pig.
Squee. Kidding.
All right, so like
Clearly
you got
joke.
cursed shit. That was mine. I did some research. Couldn't remember anyone's name, obviously.
There's another one that was haunted. Another haunted movie set.
Yes, sir. Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. No, so you know that one.
You just talked about it.
Oh no, the other one. No. What's the one where she's walking down the stairs?
Exorcist.
Yeah. That was another one that was haunted.
Yeah, I've heard. There's
Didn't like three of the actresses that were supposed to play the main possessed lady died or something like that.
Yeah,
something like that.
Died. I don't know
that was
exactly what happened. The Jesus movies too. Apparently, anyone that's played Jesus has gotten hit by lightning. The dude who played him in Passion.
I did not know that. With the Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
With
the Mel Gibson.
With the Mel Gibson? With the Mel Gibson?
With the Lethal Weapon. You telling me Lethal Weapon was Jesus?
Telling me Lethal Weapon cast lightning on this poor dude. This poor religious Christian.
I love that.
This young man who was saving himself for his beautiful wife. Mel Gibson was like, shoots lightning out of his hands.
Because Jesus was a Jew. Mel Gibson hates Jews, as he's clearly so.
You're right. That's a good point. This is a solid connection. Well, hey, he only hates Jews when he's fucked up.
on public radio.
He only hates Jews when he's really drunk. Hey, listen. Don't give him bourbon. He gets real anti-Semitic. He gets real anti-Semitic when he gets bourbon in him.
That's so sad.
I love it when people use that as an excuse to be a dickhead. Like, oh man, I can't drink vodka. It makes me... I get violent when I'm on vodka. And I'm like, I think you're just a dickhead. I think you're just an asshole.
I can't drink too much of this, I just start hating Jews for some reason. I go off.
I go off, man. I love... me and my boy JC upstairs, we're tight.
The irony of that is not lost on me. Absolutely. Like, racist rant against... Is it race? I guess anti-Semitic, right?
Yeah, it's anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic rant against Jews directs arguably the best, in my opinion, Jesus movie that there is.
I think that's kind of widely accepted, that it's a great movie.
It is really good. It made my mom cry.
I didn't watch it.
It scarred me. We were watching it. Jesus is getting whipped. She's crying. I'm like, that's that Catholic guilt, bro. That's that fucked up shit that was drilled into your brain.
We did.
I didn't cry. I was like, oh, that sucks. There's a lot of blood. It was scary.
Yeah.
But like not in like I felt bad way.
See, I don't really feel that bad because way more fucked up shit has happened to way more people.
Yeah. I mean,
William Wallace was
also Mel Gibson.
But he was butchered and his body was like sent to.
Bro. He had his wiener cut off.
And his body was like quartered and sent to the different corners of the country or whatever, something like that.
Let him know. Fuck around.
Let you know what's up. Fuck around and find out.
And then they did.
Moral of the story is fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
You want to know if curses are real? Fuck around and find out.
What are we fucking around and finding out though specifically? I need to know because I'm interested. You were like, I've got curses. The curse of the Liverpool slave trade. Interesting.
Nope.
No.
Close. Actually, that is a story that I'm going to talk about.
Yes.
I'm going to go over a few famous ones.
Cool.
The Hope Diamond. The blue,
That
big famous blue
rock.
diamond that's in the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
That is probably one of the more. That's one of the more. I want to say most famous, but I don't really know. I mean, there's a bunch of different things out there. I think probably the Pharaoh, Curse of the Pharaohs, is probably the most famous.
Yeah.
We'll start with the diamond here. Let's get into it. Let's start this episode, man. What are we doing?
We're an hour and a half.
We need to start this episode. We're an hour and a half in. We haven't even started yet.
To be honest, the first 30 minutes is just us bullshitting.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing is funny.
It is.
Let's start this episode.
Let's start
it, man. Let's get into this, man. What are we talking about? Curses? Curses.
Stupid dog.
Stupid dog.
That's a good curse. Return the slab. Oh, don't tell me.
I want to watch Kurt. Oh, I watched crap out of that. It's on Netflix. It was. I don't think it's on Netflix right now, but it was. I love Kurt's Cowardly Dog.
Yes. Almost as much as the Hope Diamond.
I'm a 90s baby. Come on. I love Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network is my shit. But not Boomerang because I was fucking poor.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
It was just the Flintstones and like Yogi Bear.
There was good stuff on there. There's plenty of good stuff.
Barbera.
Hannah Banana.
Is that it? Banana?
Isn't it?
I think it's Barbera.
Or is it Barra? Barra. I don't know. Fuck. I didn't watch that. I probably did. I don't remember.
Too.
There's so many cartoons I forgot. Anyway, talking about this diamond. So the Hope Diamond, French blue. It's got a bunch of different names. It was found by a French gem trader. His last name was Tavernier.
Oh, that's a good name.
And he found it in India. And the origin of the curse is he stole it from an idol of the Hindu goddess Sita.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
I couldn't find anything about where. I mean, it's just a legend, you know. Good luck finding specifics on that without us going to India and speaking the language.
Get those tickets.
I wish. Hey, if someone's listening out there, you want to sponsor us?
Sponsor us, send us to India.
I will fucking go to India.
We'll film it.
We'll
find the Hope Diamond.
We'll record the. Well, we know where that's at. We'll steal the Hope Diamond.
Go to India, return it, break the curse.
Oh, that might do it though.
Yeah.
Oh, Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, that's his name.
Oh, that's a good
name.
So
he traveled all over the place and he found this diamond in India. The official story is that he bought it, and it was 112 carat blue diamond, which is way bigger than it is now. Now it's like 57 point something. So it's way small. So picture that. Over.
It's like twice its size.
It's almost it's about twice as big, and it's the biggest blue diamond today. It's the biggest one.
Well, where'd the other half of it go?
I don't know if it was cut in half. It was recut by King Louis the 15th or something.
Okay.
It was recut by one of those.
The Monkey in the Jungle Book.
Sister bangers.
The orangutan in the Jungle Book. Ooh.
I mean, they probably looked like that.
Yeah, I know.
Banging your sister for a few generations will do that.
Dude. Okay. Yeah, I agree.
So it's been cut at least twice.
Yeah.
Is what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
It's believed to have come from the collar mine. I don't know how you say it and pronounce it. Collar mine. Kollur mine.
Cholera.
In the collar mine in Golconda, India. So he gets this gem. He eventually sells it to the king.
Yeah.
And it's cut. It's been cut at least a couple times. Way smaller than it used to be. But the origin of the story, like I said, is he stole it from this idol.
Yeah.
And it was the eye or the forehead, I think. Probably makes sense that it was the forehead, because if there was an eye, there'd probably be two.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he stole it, and then the goddess cursed it.
Makes sense.
Or maybe it wasn't the goddess. I don't know. There's no information. I mean, there's just speculation. I don't like to
You think he just like walked in there, pieced some dude in the mouth?
I feel like it was like an Indiana Jones style. He was just in this, he found an altar in like a tribal village, maybe a cave.
Pulled that diamond out.
And he got that diamond, and then It said that whoever owns the diamond or wears it, so you don't even have to own it. If you put it on, you're fucked. You're going to be cursed with bad luck, ill health, and death.
All three of those things not fun.
Yeah.
None of those are fun.
You know what else is fun? Not fun? Everyone that has owned it is dead.
Oh, shit.
Like, no shit. It was King Louis 200 years ago.
And everyone who's worn it.
Well.
Now, do they die in like a crazy way? Or they just die? Cause, like,
people get their heads chopped off and shit.
Oh, yeah, France.
Is that King? Is that, yeah.
Did he have his head cut off?
Who?
King Louis?
One of them did.
So
it was Louis XIV bought it.
Yeah, him and his bitch wife, Marie Antoinette, they were beheaded.
Well, here's the thing about Tavernier. He died in Russia, and the story is that he got ripped apart by wild animals.
Hot.
Yeah, but he was in his 70s.
Oh, that would suck. You're old, dude.
There's nothing you can do. You're getting jacked by some wolves in Russia. Some Siberian 200-pound wolves. They're like, ooh, a snack.
Yeah, some fucking...
Like a bag of chips.
Some tiny French man. Just out here in the woods. What, you didn't think you'd get fucked up? In Russia? Russian wolves?
Yeah, he died in Russia.
That sucks. So,
so King Louis...
by wolves, beheaded.
Well,
you and your bitch.
Beheaded. Yeah, well, that was the French Revolution, right, with Marie Antoinette.
Yes.
Yeah, and King Louis the 16th?
Yeah, and 16th. They both had the...
I think that's just kind of a situation. We could chalk that up to fucking coincidence.
Yeah. Everyone kind of was getting their head cut off back then.
That was the time. It was, the French Revolution.
Yeah.
In 1670s? No. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
In the 1670s. People blame the blue diamond. If you believe in the curse, it's because of the diamond.
Yeah.
He was cursed. So he got his head cut off and his
So if you own it and believe in it, you'll get fucked up by it. But if you own it...
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, believing it or not, bad shit can still happen.
Well, that's the thing with, like... With magic and shit, it's like the more you give power to that idea or that concept, the more it could affect you. Like, if you believe in bad, spooky shit.
But the thing is, King Louis XIV and 15th, because King Louis XVI, sister banger, King Louis XVI is the one who got killed, but the other two didn't really have any bad shit that happened to them.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, they both owned it. All three of them owned it. And then, after that, the jewel was stolen during the revolution. Like, the crown jewels. Crown jewels, a bunch of them were stolen.
Which is a euphemism for penis.
Crown jewels?
Balls.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
But they weren't stealing...
No one stole anyone with balls.
Nobody sold testicles. They stole heads and jewels.
Yeah, heads and jewels.
They were stealing heads and diamonds.
Everything but testicles.
Taking heads and diamonds. You can keep your piece. Yeah.
So it gets stolen again.
Well, it was stolen, and then it kind of bounced around apparently with some private traders. Eventually, it made its way to the Smithsonian, where it's there today. And I don't think people have. I'm sure people have worn it. I feel like if I was working at the Smithsonian and I'm like the security guard and I have all the keys, I'm gonna bring my girlfriend in there.
Hey girl,
I'd be like,
you trying to get cursed?
I'm like, you want to take a picture? Let me show you something cool. Surprise.
Surprise.
Time. She gets hit by a bus on the way home.
No, a bus right there. As soon as she puts
in the Smithsonian.
Yeah. Just
ghost bus. She just gets flattened.
Hell yeah, dude.
I saw it.
Oh, that's great.
I put that shit back and went home.
I quit.
I'm done.
Some ghost bus stole my girlfriend, bro.
Yeah. Cool thing about, actually really cool, and they don't know why, there's speculation as to why, but if you bombard the diamond with ultraviolet light, it will glow red for a few minutes.
Spooky.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So it's normally like a light tint of blue.
Well, it's like a blue diamond.
Yeah.
It's like a light blue.
And
almost like a sapphire kind of, but lighter colored.
You just shine your fucking...
And the reason they're blue is because it has a boron. Because, diamonds are carbon with varying levels of purity.
Yeah.
So the reason why it's blue is because it has more boron.
Okay. And it gets like super
molecules
condensed,
in it.
right?
Well, yeah, it's a diamond. And it's diamond. It's carbon.
Lit.
Super solid. But the boron molecules are what turn it blue. But for some reason, when it's bombarded with ultraviolet light, and they measured it with, they measured the spectrums with whatever machines they use, it's red and green. And apparently all diamonds like this, the blue diamonds, they all will shine a little bit on the green spectrum and on the red as well. Depending on, the composition of the molecules.
That's weird.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know enough about diamonds or lights, but...
Yeah, I don't know shit.
I totally dig that.
It is pretty cool. I had a picture of it somewhere. Don't worry. Oh, yeah, that's right here. Yeah, and the guy who did the experiment, his last name is Post. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm reading through right now. Okay, I had his name. That's what it looks like. There's a cool picture on the internet. You can Google
shit.
it.
Yeah, that's
so
like
it glows
bright
with
red.
Yeah, with like an angry red even, with a red phosphorescence.
Almost cursed red.
You could say that.
Creepy.
I mean, if I saw a glowing red gem in the night, I'd be a little fucking scared. I'd be like, I'm maybe not gonna steal that.
Maybe don't touch that.
Maybe don't touch that. Kind of makes me wonder if ancient, like before the last ice age, if there was, maybe they knew this and maybe they used that for like some kind of weird ritual. They like used mirrors to get the sunlight to hit it right, and then it made it glow like in an eclipse or something.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's like a lot of
Would be cool.
There's like a lot of weird temples and like ruined areas where like they did weird shit like that, like that could funnel in light. Those like shiny mirrors that shoot beams of light from the sun.
Jeffrey Post is the guy's name. You can Google it. It's a pretty cool experiment that they did. It goes in detail. Real. That's and the second smallest one, blue diamond, is the blue heart diamond. I think they're both at the Smithsonian.
Carved into a heart.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. They look, not gonna lie. I normally don't care for diamonds, but I love blue. Blue's my favorite color, and those diamonds look real nice to me.
Oh, they're beautiful. Yeah, I can see why.
And it's fucking terrifying when it glows red.
Yeah, like total opposite. From literally like a light blue to like a dark red. That's crazy. So it's just UV light. So like a flashlight.
Probably. I don't know. Let's see. So on the site here, you can just Google it and read about his experiment. It says the diamond was positioned on a piece of clay inside a box that could be sealed to keep out ambient light, and then they put a fiber optic cable connected to an ultraviolet light source. They extended that into the box, pushed up against the top face, so like the flat face of it, because the diamond is like in this ring. It's like set in this pendant with a ring of other diamonds around it. So they pushed it up against the top face of it, so I assume they were touching it with the fiber that had the ultraviolet light run through it. And then the diamond was exposed for several minutes. And then they turn it off, and then it starts to glow after they turn it off.
Okay, yeah,
for a few minutes. A few seconds.
It stays lit up.
Yeah, it stays lit up for a few minutes after they only shine the light on it for a few seconds.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So is that like, I don't know science well enough, but like, is that just like light bouncing off around inside of it basically? Because it's just like so big? Or it just turns red? And we're not talking like
I'm not a fucking scientist.
I'm not a fucking rock scientist.
Listen, I'm not a rock scientist, bro. Baby. I'm not a rock scientist. I don't know. That is so. That is not my wheelhouse.
As if you put like a light to your hand and then look on the other side of your hand, and it turns that like reddish orange. That's like the same fucking color as that rock.
Yeah, that is. That's a good way to describe it. It's very similar to that, but maybe more red and a little less orange.
That's wild.
I would describe it as angry red.
Dropping knowledge on me.
Yeah.
I love that shit. That's wild.
Yeah, and they have a spectrometer hooked up to measure the wavelengths of the light, and that's how they figured out it doesn't just put out red, but also green. And apparently all blue diamonds like that put out a green light of wavelength after they bombard it with the
stay green?
Ultraviolet light.
Or that
no, it glows red.
Stays red.
But it would also, here's the thing, it would be different for other diamonds because it depends. This is the theory. It depends on the composition of the molecules. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the different purities. I just thought that was a cool thing.
A diamond that kills people and glows red.
Maybe apparently. Maybe if you bombard it with ultraviolet light, you can see the curse.
Yeah, the curse.
It glows red.
People trapped in it.
It glows red with the souls that it's captured. It's a soul stone.
Marie Antoinette was wild.
How fucked up would that be if that stone is literally cursed and if you wear it, your soul is destined to be swallowed by that thing, and that's why it glows red.
You need to call Dan Aykroyd's stat.
I got my tinfoil hat on.
to reflect the beams of the diamond.
To keep my soul from getting sucked into this devil stone.
That's so funny. Like tinfoil stops your soul from getting sucked out.
I don't know. Maybe. Hey, it can't hurt, I assume.
You might as well microwave your shit.
Yeah. So, the other curse.
Yes.
Well, another curse. We talked about it a little bit before. Curse of the Pharaohs.
Yeah, the big one. The one I'm excited for.
Probably the most popular one, I would guess. I mean, if you just Google curses, that's like the first thing you're going to find is Curse of Pharaohs. Yeah. That is, like I said before, it's just when they seal the tombs, it even said on King Tut's tomb, what did it say? I'm going to paraphrase here. I'm going to fuck it up. Death will come on swift wings to whoever disturbs this tomb, is what it says.
They break open the door and everyone dies.
I wouldn't open... If I saw that on a tomb... If I'm an archaeologist...
Yeah.
And I want to leave my mark on the world, I don't want to be cursed. If that's real, I do not want to get ripped apart by evil spectral dogs.
Well, yeah, but that's like, is it a real curse or is it like you open the door and get sprayed with that misty acid shit?
No. Nobody got sprayed with acid when they opened his tomb. But the guy that did open his tomb, Lord something, he had bad luck and he died.
Bad luck and he died.
Yeah. Like not long after.
Should have left that fucking door closed, bro.
It's easy to say that it's cursed, but maybe it was a coincidence.
Could be.
I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on.
I'll believe it's a curse when sweet, sexy young Brendan Fraser shows up with the undercut and he's like, what is he? You're on the wrong side of the river. Best line of that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when you know it's a curse.
Oh, fuck all that.
Sweet baby Brendan Fraser. Bless him, just as a human being. Don't curse Brendan Fraser. Bless Brendan Fraser. If you're going to worship...
Oh, Brendan Fraser's fantastic.
If you're going to worship a human being in place of a deity, I say go with Brendan Fraser.
He seems cool.
He's great in Doom Patrol. Fantastic. He's a giant robot.
Interesting.
You don't really get to see him at all, except for like the flashbacks. But yeah, he's like chubby now. He's like a dad bod.
Oh, I've seen him.
Doing great.
Yeah. So the reason why the Curse of King Tut, his tomb, got kind of occult fame, infamy, whatever you want to call it, kind of mainstream attention, was because of a few members of the guy that busted open the tomb, Howard Carter's team, and a few visitors, people who visited afterwards. They died.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you just go say like, "Hey, what's up?" and then you die. Don't walk through the door, bro. Don't walk through that fucking door.
Yeah, it's like
if the door says you'll
die. It said death will come on swift wings to whoever disturbs this tomb.
Rude.
Paraphrase.
And I'm seeing this list right here, dude. It's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you got the names down here at the bottom. We got George Herbert, 5th Earl of Carnarvon. Nailed it. A financial backer of the excavation team who was present at the tomb's opening. Died April 5th, 1923. Now, the tomb was opened in 1923.
He died from a mosquito bite that got infected 4 months and 7 days after. That's a shitty way to die, bro. A mosquito bite that gets you an infection.
Yeah, what are the odds of that? I don't think a lot of mosquito bites get infected. Wait, what does it say, though? What kind of infection? It doesn't even say. It just says infected. I mean, I'm sure.
Would they know in 1923? They'd be able to be like, that's SARS.
They'd be like, oh, that was a curse.
Do mosquitoes carry SARS?
Curse got him. That's what they say.
The curse.
Official autopsy? Curse.
Curse got him.
Curse got him. We did the autopsy. Looks like his heart had a curse mark on it.
The next dude who died from a fever.
George J. Gold I, a visitor, died in French Riviera on 16th of May, 1923, after he developed a fever following his visit.
Damn, immediately after.
Yeah, all of the deaths were not long later. They were not long. The longest one was 1929. Oh, these are the famous deaths. Popularly attributed to the Pharaoh's curse.
Damn, that's a lot of bodies for a fucking door.
It's pretty quick. See, the main three that stick out.
Scary, right? It's all within the last date's 10 years after.
Yeah. Oh, 39. I thought it said 29. 39.
Yeah.
The people dying right after that would be my biggest concern because I'd be like, holy shit, this is real.
My biggest concern is
if I open that up, I feel like that's going to feed into it too. If you open a tomb, you know what you're an archaeologist. Mm-hmm. You read this thing about death. It's guarded by Anubis. The tomb is guarded by a figure of Anubis, an effigy of the god of death.
Yeah.
And then it says, hey, if you fuck with this, we're going to kill you.
Maybe just don't. Maybe just don't. Or let someone else do it. You're like, hey, dude, intern. Come open this door. Now's your time to shine, baby.
Steve, go over here.
He's holding coffee.
Get the pry bar. Get the pry bar. It's your time to shine, son. And he gets
fantastic.
Eaten by a mummy.
He's like, I'm gonna write to my mom. I finally did something cool instead of just bringing everyone fucking coffee. No. Nope. Acid in the face. Melts right there on the spot. I don't know why. That's just what I think all tombs are like, have as booby traps, is acid. Acid mist.
I don't know is that a real thing? Like,
I think someone opened up a sarcophagus and like shit shot out of it and like killed them. Like melted them up. And I know that's in the Mummy movie, but I think it's real life too. The most disappointing fake part of the Mummy movie starring Brendan Fraser is the bugs that crawl under your skin in the movie.
Oh, those scarabs.
Really do that. They don't really do that.
No, scarabs are carnivorous beetles, but they eat like dead shit.
Yeah, but it'd be cool if like bugs on the wall.
If they attacked you.
Yeah, like go under your skin.
Oh God, no, it wouldn't be cool.
You see that little lump going up your arm?
I'm stabbing my arm.
Well, that's what
I'm not cutting it out. I'm stabbing it where it's at, and it's dying.
Arm, and then they pop
yeah,
it out.
He flicks it out, but I'm not taking the time to do that. The knife is going in the lump.
You're just stabbing the lump.
I'm stabbing away. Not good. Not happening. If I see a parasite in my arm, I'm stabbing the shit out of that thing.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Maybe not though, because if it's like a worm, I might cut it in half, and then I got two in there.
Two
and a stab wound.
Yeah, and
but if I can see it, I feel like my time is probably already at an end. If it's that bad to the point where it's bubbling at the skin.
Oh, ew. Oof. A worm?
Or something.
Or a scarab.
And pick one.
Yeah.
I'm okay if it's a worm. If it's a worm. Because if it's a scarab, I probably watched it crawl into my foot.
Yeah, like it lands on him, cuts him open, slithers in, like it knows what it's doing. It goes right to their brain. But not in real life. As a child, terrified that there were beetles that would crawl into my body and eat me.
You know what scared me when I was a kid? That freaked me out, but Interview with the Vampires scared me when I was a kid. You know why? You know what scared me?
Both of those men being beautiful with long hair. No? Who?
That was kind of weird.
Sorry.
Well, homoerotic. Well, no, not you. The movie. The relationship.
Yeah, Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, right?
Yeah, that was an awesome movie. But no. The scene that scared me was with the boy when they're like, try him. And he's got all these bites on him. Because I was a little boy and I was like,
oh, dude.
Had nightmares.
Yeah, I forgot. Like, they whore him out like as like a snack. Snack whore.
Well, snack whore. Well,
but at the same time.
And he's all pale. He's all pale from blood loss. Ugh. And then he bites him. He's like,
He's pale from blood loss because he sees these two hot-ass vampires and he's like, yeah.
He's pale from blood loss because he's like, these people keep biting me.
He's into it, though. He's like, please do.
He's pale from blood loss. That's why he's pale. He's like, help!
But like,
people keep eating me.
He could have run away at any time.
Could he? How are you going to outrun a vampire that can fly? Fuck OJ.
And he's Brad Pitt.
Like OJ, but with flight capabilities. Like he's got a damn jetpack.
Yeah, that's vampires. Vampires are basically just flying OJ.
Flying linebackers.
We tied it right back to the beginning, dude. We're good at this.
These are like flying linebackers that you can't overpower. They literally can bench press a car.
No.
And it's like a 5'5" dude.
Yeah. And he just wants a little.
Because Tom Cruise is short as shit. Get at me, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I'll fuck you up.
He couldn't fight you because he's like 3'9", but.
I mean, he can fight me. He's pretty jacked though. He stakes are real strong. Oh, yeah. He does all his own stunts.
Oh, I'm so strong. I strapped myself to the outside of a plane. Oh, I'm cool. One round.
No.
You would destroy him.
No. You know the scene where he climbs up the pole?
Yeah.
He did that.
But John,
that's real.
But John, you have also strangled men. So I think give yourself credit.
He probably does. He probably does karate or something.
Listen, fuck Tom
Look,
Cruise.
Anybody that's strong is not just gonna be a chump.
All I'm saying is that if you walked into the octagon, Tom Cruise walked into the octagon, someone in front of me turned around and said, "Bet money." I'm gonna be John Bird. Here you go. Here's a stack. John Bird wins.
Well, I don't know if he's got like any fight experience.
You know what his fight experience is? Being a tiny, tiny man that you can crunch.
What are you trying to say? Picked on. That's his fight experience.
Yeah, he's been bullied his whole life for his fucking front tooth. And his he's
just gonna pay his bodyguards to tase me in the balls.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. He comes in the octagon, like beefs up.
He's like,
two dudes come in with tasers.
Get him.
And then he grabs onto a plane wing and flies away. Because he's Tom fucking Cruise.
He just reaches out and grabs on like a helicopter ladder.
Do you think that's why he joined Scientology? They're like, we can make you taller. And he's like, oh.
We've got space boots from Xenu.
Xenu.
It's the same space lord Xenu.
That religion fucking confuses me so much. Because it's a cult, really.
You know that it's weird that they don't tell you about that until you get higher up. Like,
yes. You have to like spend years and money in order to be told you're a spaghetti monster.
Dude, they put you in work camps. No, Space Lord Xenu. Totally different than the spaghetti monster, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Listen, you're like, what do they call him?
Were we born from volcano fucking, like 2 volcanoes boned?
Yeah, but they call your your spirit is called something, and it got caught in a volcano or something like that. Dude, it's great.
Listen, L. Ron Hubbard did a ton of drugs.
And wrote a lot of science fiction.
Wrote a shitty fucking book they couldn't sell and turned it into a cult, bro. That's it. He lived on a boat.
Hey, so what you're saying is he won.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Hey, winner.
Nobody in the cult wins aside from the cult leader, because the cult leader gets all the bitches, all the money, and a boat, apparently. A big-ass boat that he can live on.
You know what Tom Cruise has done that I haven't done, besides a lot of things?
Joined.
Kidnapped the shit out of his wife.
He kidnapped her?
Yeah.
What?
Kidnapped the fuck out of her.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
How have I not?
He like brought her to the Scientology camp.
The work camp. He's like, you been.
Oh, she was straight up kidnapped. That's why they divorced.
Threw her in the mine.
Because she was like, "Oh, you're crazy," and he's like, "You're mine."
Yeah. He was jumping up down on the couch on Oprah. I love her, I love her, I love her. I love her.
On Oprah! Dude, I love Scary Movie making fun of that when he like breaks her arms. She's like, "Ah!" And her hands are flopping around. "Ah!" And he's doing cartwheels. Wowie, wowie, wowie. I love it.
One of my...
Do you think Tom Cruise is cursed?
Tom Cursed? Tom Cursed? It doesn't work.
Tom Cursed?
Tom Cursed Cruise. Cruise.
That's his nickname. Oh, that'd be his Octagon nickname. Tom Cursed Cruise.
You'd be fucked, bro.
I know. Dude, even if I beat him, the curse is just going to transfer.
He was in The Mummy. Oh.
He wasn't?
Yeah, he was in the new one.
Oh, I didn't watch it. Mummy. Oh, you're right. I didn't watch that crap. Was it good?
I guess it's based more on the comics. Correct me if I'm wrong, Internet. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, but the movies were based more on Brendan Fraser, which I like.
Also,
dude, any other person in that movie, trash.
Brendan Fraser could fight and beat up Tom Cruise.
Oh, he would beat his ass. That is a guarantee. Brendan Fraser would just...
Current Brendan Fraser.
He would give him this... He'd give him the Stockton slap. Then he'd go eat a fucking whole ham.
He would eat it while he's beating the
He's
shit
like,
out of Tom Cruise.
Hold my sandwich. Hold my sub. He's got a Subway sub.
He fought Jet Li in the third one. Brendan, in the third one.
Oh, that's right. He was like the evil king.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
And Brendan Fraser fought Jet Li. So I'm sure he could handle Tom Cruise.
Yeah, we could have done well at the third movie.
Can we call this episode the Cruise Curse? You gotta have some funny Tom Cruise pun for the title.
I'm gonna call this episode Tom Cursed Cruise.
Tom Cursed Cruise, dude. I want to see Tom Cruise do a show where he seeks out curses, brings them upon himself.
Why would he do that? And then cures them.
Yeah, and then cures them with
He lifts the curse by the power of Xenu. There should be a movie like He-Man. I have the power, and like Xenu's in the background, and he's holding like a Scientology medal instead of a sword.
That big
and it's Tom Cruise, and there's like a normal tall dude next to him, like a 6-foot guy next to him, and his hand is like reaching the top of the dude's head. Like his fist is barely at the top of the dude's head.
Tom Cruise in real life seems like the character...
He was cursed with shortness.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine if he was tall? I bet you if he was tall, he never would have joined Scientology.
If he was tall, he'd be a powerhouse.
And if he was tall, he never would have joined Scientology. If he was tall, he'd be the exact opposite of who he is today.
Who's the dude
he would be a homeless person that is really insecure. With a small dick. With a small penis.
Yeah, small penis Tom Cruise.
He's probably got a fat nose.
Maybe that's where, yeah. maybe that's where it all went. All the height got siphoned into just a huge, like,
he grew.
Like, knee tapper of a dog.
He grew horizontally.
Yes. Along the horizon.
All aboard the U.
Who's the bad guy who plays the bad guy in Dodgeball?
Oh, Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller's character in Dodgeball is Tom Cruise in real life. That's how I feel.
No.
He's, like, so tiny.
No, because he's really nice.
He's just super into, like, getting jacked.
No, he's really nice, though.
Oh, yeah?
Unless you piss him off.
You and your BFF, Tom Cruise, just been hanging out.
But he is, though. He's always super polite to people. Pull up one thing of him being a dickhead.
He kidnapped his wife.
Yeah, but that's different because it was someone you know personally. Okay. If you walked into Tom Cruise on the street, he'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like if I went to a party, a Hollywood event, and I was famous, and I'm like, "Hey, this is Tom Cruise. This is my buddy Nick." He'd be like, "Hey, nice to meet you, man."
And I would.
And you would try, but he's strong. You'd be like, "Oh, he's actually pretty strong."
Yeah. Because he holds on to planes.
Yeah.
He's got to have the grip strength.
He's strong enough to hold on to a plane.
While it's taking off.
And flying, and then landing. And he did that like 3 times that day.
Yeah, but see, like, you look at him doing that shit, and then you look at him kidnapping his wife and believing in lava spirits.
Xenu. Space Lord Xenu. Say his name. Say it correctly.
Sorry,
or you're going to be cursed.
Yeah, someone's going to snipe me. That's my curse.
Tom Cruise is going to curse you.
He's going to fucking
by the power of Xenu. By the power of Xenu. He doesn't need to kill you. The curse will take care of it. The power of Xenu compels you.
He's going to fucking take me out.
You're going to have a dream about Tom Cruise tonight.
Probably. Oh, if I do, I'll let you know. Immediately.
Please do.
Immediately.
I'm already dreaming about it.
I'm just going to hear heavy breathing in my dream, but it's coming from, like, below.
You're not going to hear heavy breathing. You're going to hear gospel of Xenu.
Yeah.
The gospel of Xenu.
Tom Cruise little pitter-patter feet.
You're going to hear that speech he gave, like, when they gave him the fucking medals. When he became the face of Scientology, that speech. No. We did it! Oh, the war on the IRS. We won the war. Tom Cruise is like, we won the war. Give me medals.
We won the war.
And he's wearing like an admiral's uniform with all the fake medals that they give each other.
I love that.
What if we start getting stalked by Scientology now? Because they do that. No, they're not gonna bug us now. We gotta put the episode out first. But I mean, after this, what if we start getting like?
I'll let you know if some dude in a suit.
Please do, because we gotta band together. Hey. Don't fucking join them.
Listen.
I know sometimes you're susceptible to shenanigans. I've gotten you into plenty of shenanigans in the past. Listen, I've talked you into a lot of shenanigans. Do not join Scientology. You're going to start texting me, hey, listen, man, somebody from Scientology really was like, it made sense.
You will not believe this.
It made sense. You're not. Cruise. Listen, I know what we said. I know what we talked about. But hear me out.
Yep.
I'm like, what? I'm like, we talked about a lot. What are you talking about? All right, so you call me on the phone. Let me back up. This is a situation.
Yes, please.
This is like a month down the road. Mm-hmm. And I get a text from you, I get a text from you. You're like, I got to talk to you about something. I'm like, okay, call me, whatever. You call me that night and you're like, hey, man, how you doing? I'm good. Listen, something happened today. I'm like, well, what happened? Are you okay? You're like, oh, no, I'm fine. But like, we talked about a lot on the podcast. We covered a lot of things. We covered, a whole bunch of different stuff. You remember the Scientology stuff? I'm like, yeah, why? What happened? You're like, well, I got a letter. I'm like, a letter? What do you mean a letter? I got a letter. I'm like, you mean an email, right? I'm like, no, like a paper letter.
Like a paper
letter.
Like Harry Potter.
Paper letter.
Like an owl.
It was Scientology, so it wasn't an owl. It was like a rat.
Yeah, a rat carries
a raven.
With a bell on its neck.
With a bell.
Yeah.
It was a clean rat.
Oh, a one-eyed rat on his forehead. Carrying it.
It was a rat with an admiral's uniform on.
That's fantastic. Yes.
And they taught it how to drive an RC car.
Stuart Little style.
I got this letter and it's from Scientology. I'm like, what does it say? We're like, man, it says a lot of things that make sense. And I hang up the phone immediately. And I just block you on everything.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that.
I never talk to you again.
Yeah.
And then you start coming over and bothering me and recording me. Oh, I can be here. This is a public street. Sifting through my garbage.
With Stuart Little.
With a rat. You get your own rat?
Yeah.
It's got an admiral uniform.
See the future, bro.
It's adorable. This rat is a real rat.
That's great. I love that.
That's horrible.
Oh, it's you don't like the idea of a rat.
I don't like Scientology.
Me either. It's
the rat was a metaphor for Tom Cruise.
Oh, because he's small and rat-like.
No. I just thought it was funny. It's funnier than an owl. I don't know.
It's true.
I didn't have a lot of time to think about that.
I just love Stuart Little being in Scientology. That's great.
Stuart Little should be the spokesperson for Scientology.
He was adopted by rich people.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael
J. Fox.
Oh, that was his dad, right?
No,
in the movie?
That's Hugh Laurie. Stuart Little is Michael J. Fox.
Oh, voiced by Michael J. Fox.
Hugh Laurie is his dad. Dr. House.
Yeah. Fuck, and there's a second one too.
I know. Oh no, there's a scene in that. My girlfriend's gonna hear this and laugh. There's a scene where the cat, like in the second one, there's a bird that talks too.
Yeah.
So there's a scene where the bird, like Stuart Little brings the bird to the house, and the cat doesn't know the bird's there yet, so he's like, walks up and starts licking his little food bowl, and the bird's like, "Hey there," and he's like, "Ah!" He just screams. So I put that on a loop and I played it for like 10 minutes and I was crying.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Sober.
We've done that with Arnold Schwarzenegger's Scream.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
At a party.
I can't find that video again. The 10-hour one.
Fantastic. They probably are like too many people. This one house in Geneva. This video over.
You know what I didn't find out until years later? That house is cursed.
And that's where honestly, that's where you should end it right there. Next episode.
Oh fuck that.
We pick up.
There's actually I got a few more things to cover.
Oh, by all means, please do.
I'm down.
I thought we were segueing into Ray's house being cursed.
Oh, not the end of the episode though.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I got a few more stories to cover. I got like 5 more stories.
Oh shit.
We just keep going on. This shit is derailed. That's alright, we're having a good time.
They're the best
I'm having fun, man.
They're the
I'm
best
having
episodes.
a good time. Yeah.
I'm having a great time. I need to check my phone. My wife.
Dude, we haven't seen each other in a while.
Yeah, I know, man.
It's been too long.
Way too.
I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
I'm glad. I was like worried that you weren't gonna want to be able to do it right away, and I was gonna have to do it alone. And you were immediately, you were like, hell yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there tonight. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm exaggerating a little bit. But.
You said I need somebody. I said you've got one. You've got somebody. I'm so sweaty in this room.
Took a picture.
I'm so sweaty in this room.
It is warm. You want me to open a window? Let me open a window.
I do have to leave because dinner's at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, both my girlfriends are cooking dinner. Yeah, I'm that cool. I have 2 girlfriends.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to.
No, by all means, cover whatever fucking else you want.
Well, I'll probably just cut it, and then I'll continue.
Sure.
But I'll keep going here a little bit if you got time.
Yeah, man.
You got some time. What time do you want to leave?
I'll probably leave around like 9:20.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
90%
of this has been derailed.
I love the curse of this episode.
The curse of this episode is we're friends.
Yeah, great friends too. I was telling Tori, she's like, we were talking about people we would bring into battle, and you,
dude, I would
Derek,
love to go
Ray.
into battle. I tried.
You, Derek, and Ray.
I tried to.
Ray'd be like a dude with a crossbow running around in the woods. No one could see him.
Ray would have a knife and he would sneak up behind people and slit their throats in their sleep.
He's the rogue, for sure.
Ray's the guy that would sneak into an encampment, kill one of them, and take everybody else's right shoe and then leave. But he would leave the dead guy's shoes.
Both
of them. But he would take everyone else's right shoe and then he would sneak out. That would be Ray. And he would do that every night to a different one.
Derek's the berserker, takes 20 grams of shrimp.
Derek's driving a tank. Derek's like out the top of the tank with 2 belts across his chest with bullets that don't do anything. And then he's got 2 what machine guns? What kind?
Just like 2 big M60s, like big.
Yeah. He's got like 2 M60s, one in each hand. And he speaks like Arnold, and he goes woo.
Yeah, and screams woo.
He screams
and for you
like
personally, only armor you have on, a red ribbon tied to your bicep. That's it. Dude.
That's pretty good.
That's the only armor. And like mud paint.
Yeah, but I've got like a vest.
Just I'm made of ears.
But I've got what? Ew. No, I need a camo vest.
Oh, okay.
But I like rip the sleeves off and I frayed the edges a little bit.
Purposely.
And then I've got paint, like it's open halfway down my chest, and I've got paint.
So like Lone Wolf McQuade shit right there.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Either that or I'm Snake Plissken.
Yeah.
And I'm missing an eye.
Just
I stabbed my own eye out.
Just to be cool.
Just to be cool.
That's fantastic.
Authenticity. Smell that?
Yeah.
It smells like authenticity.
I can't smell it because I lost my nose when I cut off my eye.
What?
you stabbed into your nasal passage when you cut out your eye.
Or I could just not do that.
Yeah, I guess you could use a grapefruit spoon.
What am I stabbing my eye with? Like a broadsword?
Like you're scared. You're like, oh, you slip.
I actually fell one day. That's what really happened.
Yeah.
Like what happened? I lost it in a knife fight. But what really happened was I walked into the door at night and I hit the corner.
Oh, that's
somehow I fell and hit my eye on the doorknob. Something stupid.
Like the excuse women use when they get beat by their husbands, but it actually happened to you. You fell and you hit your head on the doorknob. Yeah. Blew your eyeball out of your socket.
That would suck. All right.
Yeah. I'm
gonna bust through this here.
Do it. This is cool.
I actually don't know this one. I pulled it up and I didn't read anything about it. So I don't know. This one is new, totally new to me. So it's called the Lockroom Curse or Locrum Curse. Lockroom Curse. Whosoever claims Lockroom for his own personal pleasure shall be damned.
I like this Lockroom guy.
So this legend is associated with the founding of the Benedictine monastery on the island of Lockroom. According to this legend, a great fire erupted in Dubrovnik.
Nice accent.
Thank you. Somewhere around the year 1023 or 1023.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah, specifically.
I don't want to confuse anybody. Any more than they're already confused. The inhabitants of Dubrovnik made a vow to Saint Benedict that they would construct a monastery in his name if the city would be spared. The fire was extinguished instantly, and the thankful citizens of Dubrovnik then built a Benedictine monastery and a church on Lockroom, which they dedicated to the Blessed Virgin Mary.
Yeah, as one does.
Blessed be. Cheating bitch. She lied. Her husband believed her.
You bitch!
She was banging the neighbor. Got pregnant and was like, immaculate!
You gotta believe me. You have to.
Immaculate conception. God did it.
That just means Joseph was a simp, honestly, dude.
The OG simp.
The OG simp.
Incel. You know, I didn't know what that means until like a month ago.
That's great.
I didn't know. I was like, I call people incel, and I'm like, I don't even know what it means. Incel.
I was out the way with cuck.
And then I
call everyone a cuck, and they'd be like, I don't watch my wife get fucked.
Yeah, that's factual. Incel. For those of you who don't know, who were like me until recently, involuntary celibate.
Yeah.
Which is actually way more complex than I thought it was like saying douchebag or something. Hey, douche.
Well,
but it's way more complicated.
Yeah, because it's complicated because it's like just an excuse to hate women. It's like, I don't get fucked because I don't take care of myself.
Oh, you mean?
So I'm calling myself an involuntary
celibate. No, but it's like an insult. You don't call yourself an incel. You call you. Really? I call you an incel.
It was like a community.
No, it's like, hey, you can't get laid. Incel.
Oh. Involuntary
celibate means you're trying to, but you can't.
Yeah, I thought it was like a group of friend-zoned bros got together and called themselves incel.
I think that's just a bunch of losers.
Yeah, us.
Hey,
we get laid, bro. We get laid.
I get laid.
Don't make everyone think I'm a fucking weeb, bro.
Not a weeb, bro.
I love anime though, so you can call me a weeb.
Okay.
If you want.
Weeb. Alright, so they dedicated this monastery to the Blessed Virgin Mary. In reality, the fact remains that the Benedictine monastery was founded in the year 1023. For real copies of the original documents dating back to the 13th century do exist. Further, the fact remains that in 1023, and precisely on the day of St. Benedict, most of Dubrovnik was consumed by fire, as it was mostly constructed out of wood. Makes sense. So some even insist that the Archbishop's palace was destroyed.
Damn.
The establishment of the monastery and the donation of the land on Lockroom were decided on by the Dubrovnik Archbishop Vital and by the presses. The Latin term for the head of the city of Dubrovnik, Lampredigia. I don't know. Nailed it. Together with the aristocracy. The Benedictine founders were the monk Peter from St. Mary's Monastery in Tremit near Puglia, and the Dubrovnik priest Leo, who took the vows of a Benedictine monk at this time. A direct link was established with the Benedictine seat at Monte Cassino immediately after the establishment of the monastery.
Okay, so the island was on fire. They were like, yo, we'll build a monastery for you, and the fire stopped.
Basically, but
cool.
We're getting into the curse here.
Yeah.
The Benedictines abandoned the monastery during the 12th century. The descendants of Count Savin in Dubrovnik took advantage of this and appropriated the monastery, which means stole it, with its entire property. And hey, we're hermit crab moving in here. The Lacrimans protested sharply against this move, as Savin's bequest indicated that the monastery would belong to the monks if there were no Benedictines from Monte Cassino, in the regional monastery in Rosat. On this basis, the Dubrovnik consuls passed a decision April 9th, 1198, whereby the monastery with its church and property in Rosat became the property of the Benedictine monastery in Lacrim. The Pope's legate, Ivan, who was the curate of the apostolic succession, threatened anyone who would oppose this with a curse.
Oh, there it is.
Boom. We made it to the curse. I skipped a whole paragraph.
It's a Pope curse, bro.
I skipped a whole paragraph because I wanted to get to the curse part.
That's okay. They can read it.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody wants to read it, it's the Lacrim curse. From 1295 to 1321, the Benedictines gradually abandoned Rosat, moving completely to Lacrim. In the Dubrovnik region, there was one more male Benedictine monastery, the St. Andrew of the Open Seas.
Nice.
In the 12th century, they owned the entire island with its monastery and the Church of St. Mary. Blah, blah, blah. I want to get more to the curse. The legend of the Lacrim curse originated when a French army general ordered the closure of the monastery and the expulsion of the Benedictines. The French again! What's it with the French and curses?
They just be fucking around.
What the hell's wrong with these people?
The biggest curse of the French was World War II.
The biggest curse of the French is that they surrender. Did you know the French language has 12 different words for surrender? I don't know if that's true, but it sounds true.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's true. Let's say it's true. You know, anything sounds true if you say it confidently.
Yeah.
French people invented bread.
Take that from Michael Scott.
Who?
Office. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that? I didn't know that. I haven't watched it.
True.
I haven't watched a lot of that.
Of course you haven't.
What?
I haven't watched it.
I've watched some of
You're
it.
that guy?
It's boring.
Oh my
It's
God.
funny. My favorite. I do like the one episode with the fire drill.
Yeah.
It throws the cat up into the ceiling. I was crashing down like half the room away.
Yes.
That was hilarious. Anyway, we're getting into the curse.
Yes. Yeah.
According to the legend, the monks were aghast with the French general's order and did all they could to stay. And they've been there for centuries at this point.
Uh-huh.
So one night, when the Church of St. Mary to serve one last mass to God on the island, the monks donned their hooded cloaks and proceeded to circumnavigate the island in a long and solemn single-file procession.
Oh, dude, they cut off the tip of the island's penis?
No, they just walked around.
It says circumnavigate.
Do you know what circumnavigate means?
Yeah. I was trying to set you up for a circumcision joke there, dog. It's all right. Keep rolling.
I think that they were Catholic, so I assume that they were all snip.
Yeah, they were circumventing a lot back in the day. Still do.
I think the doctor cut off too much of my penis. I'm kidding. I'm
He's
happy.
not, though. It looks like
It looks good.
like an arm without a hand. It's just stumpy. It's wild.
Yeah, but that's like every piece, though. At least mine's straight. Mine has like a nice slight upward curve. Please don't listen to this if you're my family, like my sister or my mom or something.
Well, then your mom would know you got it.
Well, I apologize. I apologize now because it's too late. You've already heard it. Let me describe the curve of my...
You said it's straight. It's got a slight curve.
Well, I mean, it's like not left or right. It's not weird. Like...
Yeah, it's just like a little, little at the top. Little chicka.
Some peens look like...
It's like a remix.
Looks like if you were driving and you were like, not that way, look! Oops, right, we got it, left. Here we go.
Okay, yeah.
Like their elbow is attached, like when they're jerking it, their elbow is attached to their side, so they can only do that.
Oh, so you get like that side slang.
So for you dudes out there, put your elbow to your side, pretend to grab your piece.
Yeah.
Unless you're in public.
And then just
or in front of
whip the wrist. Boom.
Now, like,
boom.
move, like, stiffen your wrist. Keep your wrist straight and just, like, rotate your arm out. And you're, like, curving it one way.
Yeah. Extremely to the right. And when you do it, it's like that. It's that wooden instrument where you pull the thing and it goes, wee. You know?
A slide
Yeah, slide whistle, yeah. But that's the sound your dick makes when you jerk off.
So they walked around the island.
Yes,
Single file.
They circumcised the island.
They circumcised the island, single file procession, and as symbolically, as you do,
as a curse,
they turned their lighted candles upside down towards the earth so that the flame licked the wax, which left a melted trail. So they were just dipping wax all around. And they went around 3 times, which took the entire night, ceremoniously chanting the terrible and harsh words of the curse, "Whosoever claims Lacrum for his own personal pleasure shall be damned."
He said that over and over again.
At dawn, dead tired, they got on a boat and left, never came back. So the legend says, curse laid on the island was, there. So the legend is that is the start of the curse.
So they Hansel and Gretel this fucking island with some fucking wax.
The French came over and took the island and kicked them off, and they took the land. So there was some apparently
they were like angry renters.
Shortly,
like before they got kicked out by the landlord.
They had an agreement that they could be there. There was some agreement that they had made with the church that they could be there, and the French army came in, and some general was like, "Nah, fuck you.
Fuck is the church.
Fuck is the church.
Fuck is the church.
Fuck the church. Vive la France!"
Yeah, get the fuck off our island. So they said, "Fine, you want to come here and be
oh yeah,
French
curse."
Yeah.
Guess what? A curse. A pox be on your land.
Rude,
as they say.
So, what is this curse?
Shortly after that, whoever moved in after that, one of them jumped out of a window, and then another one drowned on the way, and then another one was killed by a servant. Some aristocratic individuals.
Okay. So 3 dudes own it. They all get murked.
Well, there were 3 people. There was just some rich French guys that were living there.
Yeah. For pleasure.
No,
for their own personal.
If you're
French.
An aristocratic type, if you're a person with money and you live anywhere, it's typically because you're balling out and you're like, I own this, banging broads on the beach.
Yeah,
whatever.
I own this fucking island.
Boozing it up.
Wax on my island for some reason.
That's interesting because wax is so impermanent. I wouldn't think, but that makes sense though because any ritualistic stuff is always done with candle. Not always, but there's always candles when it comes
to invoke power, and the wax is used to seal things.
That's something I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to. I'll put that in a later episode. The religious significance, the occult significance, probably of ritualistic candle lighting.
Hell yeah!
That's an interesting.
I can have Tori make you one.
Can I sacrifice things while I have it? Like light it and that hamster over there?
Yes. 100%, yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, I have to let her know it's to kill a hamster.
No, don't tell me that. Just be like, it's for stuff.
Yeah, it's for stuff with a hamster.
For stuff. I was talking to Caleb about dark magic spells, and apparently there's a spell. It's actually in that book I gave you. I told my girlfriend not to read anything out of that book out loud just in case, because I guess I'm kind of agnostic when it comes to this kind of thing. I'm not gonna fuck around and find out.
Well, yeah, that'd be a shitty way to find out.
I'm gonna do an episode on that book. Actually, I am talking to a professor. I can't remember what college. I actually emailed him, and he emailed me back. I got to call him. Aleister Crowley is a weird British occult guy. He started an occult religion.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do an episode on him. Yeah, I'm going to do an episode on him.
Hell yeah.
And he did a bunch of weird shit. But one of the spells in the book has something to do with you have to bite the head off of like a bird and spit it into the flame and like...
Some Aussie shit. It's a bird, not a bat.
But well, yeah. Aussie shit is like occult shit though. The reason he did that was... either, obviously because of the drugs.
He thought it was a big bat.
He thought he was God.
He thought a lot of shit.
And he was just eating the world.
Yeah, and now he's paying for it. Ugh, that person with dementia, riddled with it.
He's actually doing pretty well considering.
Well, money will help with that.
True.
The demon money that you got from biting off the head of a bat.
Yeah. So, the monks left.
Yes.
Curses.
Yes.
Curses. Curses on you.
3 dudes died.
They cursed the land, though. They didn't curse any person. So this is cursed land. They cursed the land.
Yeah.
3 people died that were living on that island. And there's an island. 3 people died. Next man that owned it, Captain Tomasevic.
Captain Tom.
Bankrupt after he bought it. Sold it.
Oh, okay.
To the Archduke Maximilian, who is the younger brother of the Austrian Emperor Francis Joseph I.
We all know Big Frank Joe the First.
Yeah, I actually have no idea who that is.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
You don't know who Francis Joseph I is? Come on, dog.
Okay, sorry. It's just Austrian Emperor Francis Joseph I. I'm a little rusty on my history. My Austrian history. That's where Arnold Schwarzenegger's from, isn't he? He's Austrian.
Yeah. Because he was in the Austrian.
Well, now I picture that guy owning. He's the Austrian Emperor Arnold Schwarzenegger I.
You would grab that curse by the throat and fucking own it.
I live to see you eat that curse. So, Maximilian got it. First night he spent in a monk's cell of the old monastery. Why did he do that? Oh boy, he added a belvedere, placing his initials everywhere, even on locks and keys, so as to emphasize his ownership. He planted vanilla and Indian fig trees. I had a bunch of stuff going on there.
So he basically just made this island his.
Oh boy. No, he did that and it provoked the curse.
Yeah, because they said you can't be owning this motherfucking island.
He read verses by Hayne out loud while his Belgian wife, Princess Charlotte, embroidered silk pillows. Nice. So he's just living high and mighty.
Yeah.
And they were super happy. And then they provoked the curse. All that was like, oh yeah? So he's the owner. And he would just walk around the island, I guess, marking pathways. It's all pine, bay, palm, cypress.
He's like a game of Sims.
So he's just walking around on his island.
He's making this
enjoying this.
Carving paths, putting up shit, just making it like the Virgin Islands for him.
Pretty much.
Lit. And obviously that made the island curse mad, because the curse said, don't do shit to this island.
The Benedictine Curse. That's a weird name for it.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
He went to Mexico and was apparently chosen to be emperor in 1864.
Oh, it's not really a curse then.
And then he was taken prisoner.
There it is.
There it is. He was taken prisoner by soldiers of the rebellious General Juarez.
Okay.
And he was shot.
Oh, nice.
On June 19, 1867. Then the island was sold to Dubrovnik County. Legend says it would not buy it even for the trifle sum of 20,000 silver coins.
That's not bad.
A whole island for 20,000 silver coins. What do you think that is in American money?
Shit. Rough guess.
$1 million.
Yep.
20,000 silver coins?
Silver coins?
You get more than that. It depends on the coins.
But gold is way more valuable than silver.
Yeah, but it's silver coins. It'd be like a collectible.
Like 20,000 gold coins and a milli.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to say...
That's millions. 20,000 gold coins. Because coins were probably pretty big, too. Old coins are big.
Yeah. I'm thinking Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
That's pretty big. If that's solid gold of that, that's not.
Yeah, but silver's way less in value, right? Or is it more? I don't know. You asking me questions about precious metals, John?
Yeah.
The fuck, dog?
Well, the next guy that bought it went bankrupt. Either way.
Another one.
Yeah. Another one.
He bought it at a discount and still went broke, dog. That's rough. Would you buy an island?
A cursed island?
If you could afford it, and you knew it was cursed, would you buy it?
It depends on how much. It's a Poltergeist movie. It depends on how much.
I don't like the idea of a bunch of monks dripping wax on an island.
Walking. A big island. They walk around it 3 times, and it took all night. That's a good sized island.
I'm saying one, and they said one sentence over and over again? Why did they just stay there, bro?
Are you familiar with the tulpa?
No.
Tulpa was invented by 18th century monks. Maybe not 18th century. It's probably older than that. But it was invented by monks who would focus all of their energy and their whatever, their spirit. They would focus very, very intensely on a single thing.
Yeah.
Like let's say, like a monster, like a ghost. They would focus on that thing and bring it to life just through intense focus and belief.
Give me a power.
Yeah. They would bring it to life.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Like
maybe that's what they did. They focused.
They just sat there like, gobbling with titties, gobbling with titties, gobbling with titties.
I guess, or maybe not that, but something. Yeah, like they would focus very, very, very intensely on. They would use like a symbol, and then through that they would bring something to life, like a ghost.
That's lit. Maybe that's what these guys did.
They focused so intensely in the ritual that they performed was they were just so emotional. Like I mean, clearly they were angry. They stayed up all night walking around this island, dripping candles, dripping candle wax.
One of them was like, "Ow, I burnt my hand." They're like, "We gotta start the whole fucking thing over."
Yeah. You're like, just keep chanting. But they were so focused. Maybe they just brought a curse to life.
It could happen. I want everybody right now focus on me.
I mean, you always hear the story in this country about Indian burial sites being cursed.
Well, that's like spooky ghosts and skeletons and shit. That's not like.
Well, it's a curse on the land. Any white man that builds on that land, like the house is haunted, bad shit happens to them, people get hurt. Yeah. I always wondered about that growing up. I was like, man, I hope this house is not built, just inadvertently built, because the native people live everywhere. You don't. You would have to know that it was on an old gravesite. The only way you would know if you didn't know would be to dig down. If the information was just lost.
And if you dig down, you find the skeleton. You're like, fuck.
Guess what? Cursed. You're haunted. The whole land though would be cursed. You know. That's
rude.
Do you think that contributes to serial killers? Do you think that contributes to serial killers? What if?
Serial killers is nature versus nurture, bro.
Or tinfoil hat.
Yes.
Put it on.
Indian ghosts.
Or you're a kid. Ghosts. You're just a kid. You're just living your life. You don't have a great home life, but it's not terrible. Yeah. And you go to bed and you just dream about death and decay every single night. You can't talk to your parents about it. You try, and they just put you in a...
I feel like serial killers wouldn't have dreams, though.
I feel like they why not?
Because they're, like, emotionally vacant. Isn't the part that your brain makes dreams in the emotional center of your brain?
I don't know. They have emotions. They just feel different things differently. Yeah. Or less. Certain things less, certain things more.
I find love in a cheeseburger.
Being horny is an emotion. They get super horny.
Is it super horny or is it like...
It's weirdly horny. It's like stabbing someone with a boner horny.
Yeah, but like I don't know if you can call it the same thing as horny. It's totally different for them.
If you have a boner, you're horny.
Yeah, I guess.
It doesn't matter if you're stabbing someone
science,
or
not. Bro. Horny means boner. It's science.
I mean, that's facts. Your body doesn't lie.
Oh, man. It's a scientific fucking fact. Yeah. Known by scientists around the world. Mm-hmm. If you get a boner, you're horny. Jeffrey Dahmer got boners, I guess.
I'm sure he did.
I think he fucked dudes before he killed them.
He fucked the boys, and then he killed them, chopped them up, and ate them.
Yeah.
So he was real hard.
Just raging. Dude.
Just raging Cajun out there.
Raging Cajun. That's a good band name.
It's a good name for your murderous erection.
Yeah.
So he was banging the little boys and then cutting them up and eating them. So I rest my case, Your Honor.
Yeah. Do you think that proves it then? Jeffrey Dahmer was a curse.
No. But here's the thing. What if he was hypothetically? Yeah. This is just a new person, not him, just random you when you're a little kid in a different universe. Mm-hmm. You just are having these fucked up dreams and it's like just hellscape. Demons, torture, murder,
some dude with a head
getting raped, all this weird shit in your head, and you're a kid, and you try to talk to your parents about it, and they're like, this kid is fucking weird. Let's get this kid into the crazy house right now. Yeah. And you're just in a straitjacket, all happy town, medicated out of your brain, fucks up your brain, and then like all you see is this crazy shit in your head.
Because of
the curse. Because of the curse. Because, kids are susceptible to this, too. Kids are just more susceptible. Kids are easily swayed a lot of the time.
I thought kids were like...
Easily influenced.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I told my
And if you start seeing that shit when you're a kid...
I gave my brother an ant, told him it was a gummy worm, and he ate it.
Ew. Wait, how do you...
Easily influenced, like.
See, yeah, you're proving my point.
Yeah.
But all you see is this fucked up shit night after night, and then once it's in your head, it follows you. So you're in this crazy house, drugged out of your mind, and all you can see is this crazy shit happening. Now you don't know what's real.
We call it being schizo.
Now you're all drugged up and you don't know what's real, and you just try to talk to them about this shit.
Yeah, yo,
now
in home healthcare, those drugs can make somebody see shit, bro.
Now your wires are all crossed, and then now you're a teenager and you're angry, you're all confused. Now you're stab happy and horny.
Just like you said.
Yeah.
Curses, horniness, medication, boom, serial killer. And that's the curse in and of itself, really.
Well, yeah. What if there was a serial killer who was just a normal kid, but he's built his home, he's moved into a home that was haunted by cursed land? Because America has more serial killers than anywhere, right?
More documented, I'm sure.
In recent times, anyway.
Well, that's the thing. Like mob people are considered serial killers, but are they serial killers or are they just the mob?
Well, if you kill more than 3 people, you're a serial killer.
Definition. So, I mean,
why isn't it 2? You just killed a couple people.
I think it has to do with like crimes of passion and shit. Like, so someone will kill like.
I think it's just body count.
And the person they're cheating with.
I think
it's not a serial killer. I think it's because 3 establishes a pattern.
I see what you're saying.
So like, if you do 3 of something, it establishes a pattern of doing that, and that's what serial killers are.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Can you see it?
I see it.
Okay. Well, you can also see this sweet ass walk out the door because it's time for me to go.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Well, I hope you don't get cursed on your way home.
There are no seals on the door.
I've got seals on that book.
If you open up this door, you'll freaking get killed.
All right. Well.
Yeah, dude. This is great. Wow. I appreciate you having me.
It's a good time. I'm glad you came.
I'm just fixing my sweater, standing up.
That was a ball.
Please keep doing this. I want to come back. You guys are going to come online.
Yeah, for sure.
Whenever we can do that.
Again.
Yes.
What is it?
Stank Space.
Stank Space.
Stank Space Podcast.
Stank Space Podcast.
Cartoon astronaut. Just click a fucking episode and listen. If you click the later ones, they sound better. They're way better put together.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be that way for this as well. Because there's like... This is like we're driving a car and there are no roads.
Yeah,
there's signs.
That's the best part.
There's like a plane up in the sky that's towing a sign.
This way.
Here's what. Oh, that's what it was. That's what we're looking up at, and we're like, what do we do? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
We're talking about penis.
We're talking about OJ's fat hog.
Yeah.
OJ's fat murderous hog.
During an episode, this is John Bird and OJ's fat hog.
OJ's fat murderous hog.
Oh, he stabbed her. He
didn't just stab her. He totally chopped her head off. Do you think he goes to bed at night and he's just haunted by her head?
Dude, he's got to be on some shit.
Her head and the eyes are just white.
He's got to be on some shit, for sure, in order to sleep. I don't know.
He's probably on pain meds because
he's been in jail forever, too, in and out. Not just for, like...
He didn't do a whole lot of time, though. But he didn't go to jail for that. He went for, like, taxes or something.
He went because so in order to do the court case, he sold a lot of his memorabilia. That after he won the court case, broke back into that dude's house to try to steal all this shit back. Yeah, he got arrested because he had a fucking gun and he was trying to like steal shit. This is mine.
You're next.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
It's a great saying.
That's amazing.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose. Well. The juice was loose on this fucking episode.
Yes, it was. Fun times.
The juice was loose. The juice is spilled all over the floor.
Sticky.
Sticking everything.
Sticky, bro. Like a movie theater floor. Just nasty. You should be like that guy in that cop movie that does sounds.
No, I'm not.
No.
Black. I'm not black.
And that's it, brother. All right, brother. That was great.
Yeah. There's a few that we didn't get to.
Oh, you got some spooky shit up there.
I do. I have some interesting stuff. We covered actually like half of it.
All right.
There was a few things.
What's it been? 2 hours, 30 minutes?
Oh, man, it's been...
If I didn't
this
have
is a
to
long
eat dinner,
one.
I fucking...
You don't have to eat?
I do. It's dinner night.
Really?
Yeah, it's like...
I think you've had enough.
Oh, sir,
I'm sorry.
Sir, I'm cursing you, bro.
No, don't do that. I don't want to be cursed.
You're
no, curse me with good jokes. That's what you curse me with.
Please.
Curse me with good joke opportunities.
No,
But I need it. I mean, you're not wrong. I think there were some good jokes in
There
there.
were solid jokes.
Yeah.
It's the fucking funniest podcast I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I try to be funny.
It's hilarious.
I like being funny. That was the other thing. I wanted this to also be. I want it to be fun. You know, I have fun, be funny, have a good time. Have a good time. Have some laughs. Have some laughs.
Come on down.
I'm walking here.
Bruce Willis with hair.
Bruce Willis with hair. 50 years ago. 407 years ago.
Yeah, he had a hot wife and hot kids too.
Yeah, but he's a Scientologist. He's a Scientologist. Willis, isn't he?
Big Bruce Willis?
Pretty sure.
I hope not.
Pretty sure.
Wow, how do you die hard and then join?
I think he's been in, isn't he?
Rough.
Morgan Freeman, right? There's a few. I'm pretty sure Bruce Willis is a Scientologist. I think he's one of the crazies.
Well, he did shoot Snape. Blonde Snape.
What?
That's the bad
Oh, yeah. Sorry. We said Snape, and I was like, he wasn't in Harry Potter, and there were no guns.
Bruce Willis in Harry Potter.
It's just an action movie, like bullshit over the top.
That's how you kill Voldemort right there. You just send him
Bruce Willis killed the dragon. That's what really happened.
Yeah.
When that dragon hit the bridge and fell,
yeah.
Bruce Willis went down there and finished it. It fell onto the set of Bruce Willis's movie, and he killed the fuck out of that dragon.
Harry Potter's at an elevator opens, there's just a dude in a Santa suit. It says, he's got to die.
Why is he in a Santa suit?
That's in the movie. How do you know?
Which one?
In Die Hard, the first one, he sends a dude down, and then he's in a Santa suit in the elevator, and it's like, he's got a gun or some shit like that.
Maybe, but I don't think so. Maybe. I haven't seen that in so long. I haven't seen that in like 4 or 5 years.
Well, that's what I'm doing when I get home.
Watch Die Hard.
I'm gonna send you
Oh my goodness.
a picture.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
When I go home? I'm already home. I'm gonna think more about that dragon hitting the bridge when it's chasing Harry Potter, breaks its wing and like flaps down into the mist, and then I'm gonna edit a Bruce Willis movie. I'm gonna cut that, like the dragon falls, cut to a Bruce Willis movie, and the dragon just lands on there, and he jumps on it and starts stabbing it. He starts Bruce Willis just starts fighting this dragon with a busted wing. It can't fly. It's like trying to breathe fire on him, and he like hides behind a car. He's all sweaty,
covered in dirt. Shit.
Covered in dirt.
His white beater's slightly torn.
His wife is tied up for some reason. The dragon tied his wife up. The dragon doesn't even care that it fell into this movie. The dragon doesn't even care that the dragon has blonde hair.
It's pre 9/11, so the bad guy terrorists are brown.
Yeah.
White.
They are, yes, correct. They're British.
Yeah.
They're British.
terrorists.
Fuck those guys. I'm kidding. I don't mean that.
Fucking British snake, dude. Alright, brother. I'm gonna head home.
Alright, man.
I enjoyed this.
Thank you.
It was fun.
Thank you.
Always good to see you. Always good to see you, ladies and gentlemen.
It is good.
Ooh. Talk more about curses. I can't wait to hear this shit. You got them. I don't want to touch your setup.
No, I'm just letting you finish before I cut it.
Cut it.
Alright, bye everybody.
Cut it.